middle. Cash Walker has got it in stride of a 10-5 touchdown. Made it look a whole lot easier than it was for sure, but it looks really good. C.J. Rogers to Cash Walker, 42 yards, 6 more on the board for the Eagles.
Todd Rogers, head coach. This is my starting 11 on offense.
C.J. Rogers, number 12, senior quarterback.
Knox Scoggins.
Squat 87, senior tight end.
Jack Tucker, 75, senior left tackle.
Austin Briscoe, 71, junior.
That's the offense. Let's meet the youngsters upholding the tradition of the Black Swarm Argyle defense.
Jordan Rogers is going to throw again. He's going to go deep on the other side. And that ball is intercepted. Jet Copeland goes up and gets it. Ball just a little bit underthrown. And Jet Copeland timed his jump perfect.
Todd Rogers, head coach. This is my starting 11 on defense.
Darren Chapa, 52, senior defensive tackle.
Ty Johnson, 55, senior defensive tackle.
Chase Bennell, 50, defensive tackle.
Grant Mirabal, 32, sophomore linebacker.
Davis LC, 35, senior linebacker.
Reed Atkins, 45, senior linebacker.
Taylor Murdoch, number 13, senior cornerback.
Will Ramsey, 10, junior defensive back.
Zach Stewart, 2, senior safety.
Hunter Roberts, 25, senior safety.
Jet Copeland, number 7, junior corner.
Homecoming Friday night in Argyle. And happy homecoming to the graduates watching or listening tonight and those who've made it back to Eagle Stadium, where a good socially distanced crowd is on hand, wearing masks, and we're set to go. Argyle, number 1 in Class 4A Division I, taking on the 7th-ranked Melissa Cardinals. They are 5-0, Argyle 4-0, coming off of the bye week. It was like a bye week, and that's the concern moving forward. There have been several games that have been postponed or canceled. The Paris-Melissa game was canceled last week, and it was awarded to Melissa via forfeit 2-0. Zach Stewart and Hayden Stewart are back deep for Argyle to receive the opening kick. And teeing it up for the Cardinals is Luke Hansen. Will have some wind behind him. And the Argyle kick return team trying to get something out and operating here on the opening kick. The Special Forces, special team units for Argyle, ready to get it going here tonight. What should be an entertaining one. Glad you're with us. Hansen's kick high in the air and short, taken at the 20-yard line. 25, outside to the 30 with a blocker, and up the sideline with a nice return is Knox Scoggins. Normally when a kick goes short, it doesn't always go to an outstanding running back, and in the case of Scoggins, a 20-yard return. How about the field position here for Argyle to start the game?
Yeah, and I'm just not a huge fan of that. I don't know, you want to call it a pooch kick, a sky kick, whatever you want to call it, because you're spotting them at the 40-yard line right now, unless maybe their kicker doesn't have the leg to get it into the end zone, right? And
yeah,
they're afraid of Argyle's speed, but either way, Argyle's got great starting position right now.
1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. C.J. Rogers already with over 800 yards passing. In the shotgun, sends Jasper Lott in motion right. The throw is right. Kirkpatrick on the screen, gets one block and slips out of another one in midfield. And Kirkpatrick down the right sideline, inside the 40, down to the 38. He is so shifty, so elusive, and so quick. And it's a quick hitting play of 22 yards for Argyle.
Great to get him involved in the game. You know, he went the entire last game with no touches at all, and so Argyle wanting to quickly get him involved.
Stewart and Walker split left. Kirkpatrick right on 1st and 10 Argyle at the 37 of Melissa. Play action by Rogers. He's going to go deep. He's got a man near the goal line. It's caught. Touchdown, Cash Walker. 37 yards. Ball was right on the money, and Walker met it at the point. Perfectly done. 6-0 Argyle.
Yeah, and Walker, the throw could have been contested. I'm not really sure if the Melissa defender saw it, but Walker went up and high-pointed the football over the defender, made a great play on it where he was the only one that's going to get it right into the end zone. 2 plays for Argyle. And Clark, you said striking early. That's pretty early.
2 plays and an Argyle score as Caden Dotson is on for the extra point. High kick is good. And we've watched so much hockey now, I guess in the Canadian vernacular, beauty, eh? That's a way to start that one, beauty. 7-0 Argyle. And as we've started this game, you can tell I'm a fill-in for Kenny Arthur tonight. We were remiss in not bringing you our Rapid Meds keys to victory.
Yeah, and ironically, the first one that I was going to say for the keys to victory is, we talked about it earlier with all the emotion that they had before the game. Get on them fast, get on them early, see if you can break their will in a hurry. The second factor, I think, for Argyle is you're going to see a little bit more of a passing team tonight, supposedly. You never know what they're going to bring out, but see how you defend the pass. Hadn't really been challenged this year on the passing game. They've got some speed. Let's see how Argyle defends the pass. And then also it's always the trenches, right? I think Argyle's got the size advantage on the trenches. Let's see if we can use that advantage to push them around. We had plenty of time throwing the ball on that, the first 2 plays of the game. Let's see if we can extend that all the way through.
Speed is back for Melissa. Chance Holiday, Antonio Robinson, Carlos Branch, all of them with 4.5 speed. Caden Dotson has it teed up at the 40-yard line. He'll be kicking into the wind. And I think the idea is to keep it away from Branch, and he does. It's down the right side of the field, a good deep kick. And it's taken a yard deep. Bringing it out is Holiday, angling right, 15-20. And boy, he get hammered at the 22-yard line. Great coverage. Loose? And that ball may have come loose. And they're going to say possession, Melissa. Boy, that was outstanding coverage by the Argyle kickoff team.
Yeah, and that's kind of like what we talked about their kickoff. We hit it deep that the receiver made the mistake of catching the ball going backwards and then bringing it out. But either way, Argyle kicked it all the way to the goal line, and look where their field position is. 21-yard line, 22-yard line, as opposed to Argyle starting on the 40.
It will be Sam Finnegan at quarterback for Melissa. 1st and 10 from their 21. And he'll have Braden Smith to his left. He's back to throw on first down. He's going to try to throw it deep down the right side. Tipped up in the air, almost intercepted. And incomplete. Good coverage by Jet Copeland down that right sideline as they tried to hit it to Antonio Robinson. And he's one of those burners with 4.5 speed. It goes incomplete. At a 2nd and 10 here for Melissa. They will work quickly. Play action again. And Finnegan with some time. Right sideline. Catch is made. And now brought down at the 41-yard line. Good leaping catch and a bit of a scamper. A 20-yard gain, and that's Carlos Branch, senior receiver. And boy, he's good. He's turned in some big plays here in this first month of the season for Melissa. They go quickly again, whistles stop it, and false start on the Cardinals.
Yeah, and boy, they did come out in a hurry, right? They threw deep first play trying to catch something. There was really nothing there. It was more of a timing play because they never looked anywhere else and nothing there. And then they threw, just beyond the sticks on the second play, but they are not huddling up. They're going right straight to the line of scrimmage.
And a 1st and 15 now for Melissa from their 37. They'll try to run it, and there is nothing there for Braden Smith, but a bunch of Argyle defensive linemen. Chase Bennell leading the way, the senior defensive lineman. That's a gain of maybe a foot. 2nd down and a long 14 for Melissa from their 37. Finnegan is going to go deep again. He's got a man down the right sideline. Contact, almost intercepted, incomplete is the call. They're trying to hit Damon Youngblood. And the ball was actually caught out of bounds by Jet Copeland, and already early, Copeland has played the ball really well.
Yeah, he has. He's been right there every time. He was beat by a step. The ball was just a hair underthrown. I don't know what's their goal here. Is it to get the Argyle corners gassed and then they can beat him deep again? I'm not really sure.
I think they're trying to take the deep shot to try to return what Argyle did on their opening possession as the Eagles lead 7-0. Now a 3rd and 14. Finnegan looking left, pressured, and he heaves it deep. Ball almost intercepted on the deflection. It is incomplete. Will Ramsey had a shot at it. It bounced off of the receiver, Antonio Robinson, and it falls incomplete. Melissa will have to punt on their first possession.
Probably should have been caught. I mean, the throw was maybe a half a step behind him, but he had both hands on it, went right through his hands, and huge miss for Melissa right there, and a great stop for Argyle.
Damian Wiedemann is on to punt it away. He has wind behind him, standing at the Melissa 22. Argyle looks like they may be setting up the return here, and back deep is Zach Stewart. Line drive, end over end kick. Stewart under it at the 25, fumbles, got a scamper back on top of it, and he got it back at around the 16-yard line, a 38-yard boot. -5 on the, we got a fumble on the field. And a great job by Zach Stewart to get on that.
Yeah, it wasn't. That's always scary, right? I mean, it's kind of a line drive, wobbly kick. Everybody's got some nerves, I guess, early in the game, but fortunately for Argyle, he fell on top of it.
Now, had he caught it, I think they had something on a kick that didn't have a lot of hang time on it.
Yep.
But it is poor field position for Argyle. They lead 7-0, first and 10 from their 17. 10-17 to play here in the first quarter. And C.J. Rogers and the Argyle offense back out on the field. Running play on first down, and outright is a good hole. 25, 30, 35, and that's Scoggins breaking tackles out to, they're going to say stepped out back at the 31. He had cleared the 35, but a 15-yard run by Knox Scoggins, and he and Baker have done such an outstanding job here in the first 4 games of the season, running the ball and running it hard.
Yeah, and he was coming hard around the end right there. I don't think anybody really wanted a piece of him. They were hoping just to push him out.
Rogers on first and 10 again to Scoggins again off left guard, and this time Melissa has it well played. That's a yard loss. Up front, Isaiah Cherry, Dax Ogden are the defensive tackles. The nose guard is Justin Mays. He's only 5'9", but he's 215, and he is strong. And he was in on that stop. 2nd and 11, movement up front. I think C.J. Rogers may have drawn him offside. Free play. Deep throw to Kirkpatrick down the right side. He caught it, but he was out of bounds. He was on the white stripe. And it goes as an incompletion, but I do believe that Rogers, with that hard count, got the Cardinals jumping.
He did. He got him jumped off sides there, and Argyle has made a living on that play for years now, and they're very well coordinated on it, and they know immediately when somebody jumps that the receiver's just going to go on a fly route, and that's what Kirkpatrick did, just couldn't get there.
And that maybe been very alert. Blake Spence, the center, knowing exactly when that count was and drawing the Cardinals offside. They used to call that freeze. They still call it freeze? I don't know. That's what they used to call it back in the day.
The only people that froze were our guys.
2nd and 6. Rogers going to keep it himself out left. He's got blockers out in front. 40, dips outside towards the sideline. He almost had the first down. And that little extra move maybe cost him a yard. It's very close. Let's see where they mark him out at around the 40, so it'll be 3rd down and short.
Yeah, it looked like he was just trying to get to the sideline to avoid the big hit, because he took a couple of them in Argyle's last game, and it looked like he was just trying to get over there to avoid the hit. Didn't quite get there.
3rd and 2, Argyle from their 40. Scoggins running left. First down marker, Moore down the boundary. Midfield, breaking free to the 40, inside of the 30, and stumbling down to the 25-yard line. Flag is down. A 34-yard run, I think, will get erased here.
Yeah, and he took it to the sideline, then kind of cut it back to the middle, and I don't know what it is. He just looks big tonight, right? I mean, I don't know if he's got some different pads on or what, but he looks big, and when he rounds that corner, he's got the high knees going. He gets his shoulders square, and, man, he just brings the boom with him when he hits the defender.
Boy, that is a big call that was dropped right at midfield, and from the point of infraction, that will be a hold. So 3rd down and about the same play again, a little bit longer. 3rd down, call it 3 for Argyle from the 39. 9 minutes left, first quarter. 7-0 Eagles with the lead over Melissa.
So it's kind of a do-over, right? We're
kind
right back to where we were. Just
yeah.
Forget that play ever happened and try something else right here.
Braden Baker is in the game now at running back, and Argyle's going to take a timeout. Play clock was down to 4, and they decided to take the timeout. And that gives us to tell you, gives us a chance to tell you about our first quarter sponsors, brought to you by Brian McClarty, 407 Barbecue, Bill Utter Ford, State Farm agent Matt Ports, Will Woods from Magnolia Realty, Fifth Gear Automotive, Brian and Shelley Stone of Shout Out Promotions, Brian Conister of Cardinal Financial, Dr. David Dyer, Argyle Orthodontics, title sponsor, And sponsor of the pregame show, Wes and Lisa Spence from Waxahachie Autoplex. And the Argyle Booster Club certainly thanks our sponsors for their support.
Yeah, and we would be remiss if we didn't do that scoring drive summary on the first touchdown. And that is brought to us tonight courtesy of the real estate station, Dave and Kathy Salisbury. And it wasn't much to talk about. 2 plays, 60 yards, 2 passes, and just seconds off the scoreboard, which is really what Argyle is famous for.
Now, after the timeout, Argyle third and call it long 3 from the 39. Rogers fakes the handoff, looks right, throws on the slant to Kirkpatrick. He caught it, makes a move, and now is wrestled down at the 35-yard line of Melissa. When in doubt, you need something big, go to Cole Kirkpatrick, a 26-yard gain. Look up any receiving record. He's got it here at Argyle. What a career he's had.
Yeah, I hear he got an offer from Illinois.
The Fighting Illini.
Yeah.
1st and 10, Argyle at the 35 of Melissa. Running play left. And that is going to be Braden Baker, who has maybe a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9 coming up as Argyle looks to add to their 7-0 lead. 3 wide set. And here goes Baker right this time and can't get away. Good pursuit by the Melissa defense. And they've got an active linebacker core. That's Parker Jack, their inside linebacker. Caden Norberg is the other inside backer. 2 leading tacklers on this team. They're really good.
Yeah, and they are strong. They are strong in the middle on defense. And they got a senior-laden team out there, so it's going to be tough to get by them.
Now 3rd and long after that loss. 3rd and call it 11, just shy of the 35-yard line. Rogers has Kirkpatrick to his right, 2 receivers left. Play actions the ball, good protection, sets up, and he's going to throw deep down the left side for Cash Walker. He caught it again. Touchdown, Argyle, flag down. That may be on the defense. What a catch. He ends up on his back. Cash Walker already 2 first quarter touchdown receptions.
Yeah, and that was the back corner of the end zone. So where did he throw the ball? From the 45-yard line. He throws it almost 10 yards deep into the end zone. So almost it's 50-something in the air, right?
A little bit of wind, too, throwing into that. That's a really impressive toss. Caden Dotson on for the extra point as Argyle has jumped out 13-0. Logan May, the deep snapper. Sutton Lee to hold. Kick up and good. 7:34 to play. First quarter, Argyle 14, Melissa nothing. As we take time out on the Argyle Booster Club Network.
Wow. Thank you, Argyle, for making Magnolia Realty Argyle's favorite choice for all things real estate. Thank you for your confidence and your trust in our team. We couldn't do it without you. From acreage, estates, custom-built homes, or existing homes, our team's decades of experience and innovative approach continue to produce unparalleled results. Find out what the rest of Argyle already knows when marketing their home. There is a difference. When Argyle thinks of real estate, they think of Magnolia Realty.
Over 65 years and still growing, at Bill Utter Ford, we'll help you find the perfect car, truck, or SUV with our always utterly affordable prices. Bill Utter Ford is a proud supporter of the Argyle Eagles, and together we are flying high over North Texas. Bill Utter Ford, a Denton County tradition for over 65 years. Visit us today or see us online at BillUtterFord.com.
You're gonna like the way we treat you, Bill Utter Ford.
Dotson's kick is relatively short, taken at the 8. This is Branch. Look out, he's got speed. 20, 25, knocked off his feet. Big hit by the Special Forces. And good coverage. And, boy, you've got to be very leery of the speed of this Melissa team. Carlos Branch may be their fastest player.
Yeah, and he didn't see that hit coming. So let's go over a drive summary brought to us. This drive summary is brought to us by Argyle Storage. Jeff Bessinger with Argyle Storage, and Argyle is storing up the points right now. 8 plays, 83 yards, 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Cash Walker, 36-yard TD pass and catch.
On first down, it's a quick toss out on the right side, and a wide receiver screen out to Damon Youngblood. He's one of those players for Melissa that may go both ways tonight. He has a catch and a good first down pickup of about 6 yards. Melissa will go up tempo here too.
Throwing short this time to start out. Maybe they've learned their lesson on the deep ball.
Yeah, give him 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. Finnegan hands the ball off. Big hole on the right side, and breaking free is Williams in Argyle territory and down to the 46-yard line. That's make that Braden Smith with a gain of 18 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, once he got through the line of scrimmage, he just had some open spaces. Argyle got on him in a hurry, but still is a big gain.
1st and 10, Melissa. At the 46-yard line of Argyle, Finnegan play actions the ball, plenty of time. Now he's chased towards the right sideline, dumps it off short, and the tight end.
Wait, what
was
was
that the tackle?
number?
Wait a minute now. Let's see who caught that. 90 was the number that caught it, and that's now he is their tight end.
Yeah.
But he may have been covered, and that may be an eligible receiver, or maybe they were just thrown off by the number.
I was like you. I thought it was an interior lineman that he just saw open, kind of a Danny White. Sorry about that, George. Danny White deal, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, I had him as on the roster at 42, but he's wearing 90. He was a tackle last year. He's a tight end. Ineligible downfield. Did you get a number?
90.
So, okay, so someone covered him up on that side.
So he is one of those players that's going both ways.
Yeah.
We were talking about it off air. Those guys are going to get gassed.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Todd Rogers built his program where he didn't have to do that. These other teams can't. So they pay the price of being tired.
So now 1st and 15, and they try to run it, and it goes nowhere. Jalen Williams was jailed. And coming up from the secondary, Will Ramsey to get first crack at him. Got some help from Grant Maribel, and they'll say no gain, 2nd, and the same 15 needed for Melissa now from their 49. 2 receivers right, 1 left. High snap. Finnegan caught it back, and now he's scrambling out right, dumps it to the sideline, and just throwing it away to live for another down. He got the fortunate deflection off of his hands, caught it. Pretty athletic play by Finnegan.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that was the center's fault right there. Maybe it's a little bit high. I mean, it was head high on it, but he had both hands on it. Just maybe was looking somewhere else for a second, but yeah, but he caught it. So, I mean, if he dropped it, they'd have really been in trouble.
Holiday and Robinson are to the right on 3rd down and 15 for Melissa from the 49. Finnegan is pressured. He steps up in the pocket, hit as he throws, and he's hit hard. The catch is not made at the 18. They're going to get a first down, though. I think they roughed the quarterback.
Yeah, and I didn't see that. I was watching the receiver, and that ball should have been caught. Chance Holiday, who Clark, you were asking if he's playing both ways, and I guess he is, but he should have had that, but it got slung down there once he tried to grab the ball. Would have been a first down if he caught it, but looks like will be anyway.
Pressure came from Grant Maribel, and I believe he was just a step too late. Finnegan did a good job to get rid of that. The pocket had collapsed, and he had taken about a step to his left. Maribel was coming up from the linebacker spot and hit him just a shade too late. Darren Chapa was also in there. Now 1st and 10. Melissa at the Argyle 36. It's 14-0 Argyle. There's a wide receiver screen that's almost broken up, now caught, and a catch and run down to the 30-yard line now. There is a flag down. I think they threw the block before the pass got there.
Yeah, and I don't know, how was that not picked
and
off?
Another flag because the coaching staff for Melissa, led by Matt Nally, is out on the field, and this is going to cost them 15 yards after the illegal block that was thrown before the ball got there.
Okay, so remember their long throw down the sideline where Copeland broke it up and he never turned around? They had a coach that sprinted 30 yards down the field to yell at that official because he wanted the pass interference call, and now they're going to get another one, so they've had the sideline infractions.
Yeah, how do you like illegal block and then sideline infraction? That's 25 yards worth.
Yeah, and you know, as a coach, you can't do that. You already got a gift on the roughing the passer, right? It was going to be 4th down, you got the gift, and now you run out there and you do that to your kids, and you get that because you can't keep your cool.
Yeah, tough break for Melissa. Now 1st and forever from the 39 after the illegal block on a wide receiver screen and the sideline personal foul. Finnegan to throw, pressured, and he's going to be sacked at the 33-yard line. Pressure coming from both sides, and it's Riley Van Poppel, the sophomore, with the sack. And he got some help from Ty Johnson as well.
Yeah, the pocket just collapsed around him. He had nowhere to go. They almost got him the last time on the roughing the passer. This time they did get him.
2nd and 35. Finnegan's going to run the option, pitches it back, and there's a low pitch. The ball is loose. Argyle has recovered. Coming up with it is Grant Mirabal, the middle linebacker. And a gift given to the Eagle defense.
Yeah, wow, what a mistake by their coaching staff to get that unsportsmanlike over there. And now his team's kind of out of sorts. They get sacked. They try an option pitch that hit the running back right in the hands, and he dropped it. Argyle falls on it. So a huge change of field, everything right there.
Goes from bad to worse for Melissa. They're going to take a timeout to regather themselves, trailing 14-0 with 5:20 to play in the first quarter. We'll take timeout as well. You're listening to and hopefully watching Argyle football thanks to Rapid Med and the video stream, and always thanks to the Argyle Booster Club.
Feel like you never have any space to put things? Tired of your closet always looking cluttered, no matter how you try to organize it? Try Closets by Design. Have an expert out for a free consultation to have a look at your closet, garage, home office, pantry, anything. And they will build you a closet system that caters to your every need. Why go buy a basic, cookie-cutter piece of furniture when you can put in a system tailored specifically for your every need? Schedule your consultation today by calling 972-361-0010 or schedule it online at closetsbydesign.com. Imagine your home totally organized. Closets by Design.
5:20 to play first quarter. George Dunham, Mitch Cullen, Blake Jones upstairs, high above Eagles Stadium. Clark McNulty, our sideline reporter. Eagles with a fumble recovery by Grant Mirabal, and now they have 1st and 10 at the Melissa 33-yard line, leading 14-0. That's a lateral, and it is thrown back to Cash Walker. He's going to throw it downfield to the end zone, underthrown and intercepted. Intercepted in the end zone by Melissa, and bringing it down was Damon Youngblood, one of those two-way players, the junior corner, who made a really nice play on the ball, and he was not fooled.
He was not fooled, but he was. Receiver was still there, just got a little bit too much air under it, maybe underthrew it just a bit, but nobody was fooled. They saw that coming. Might have been better just take off running with it.
Yeah.
Because he had blockers in front of him.
You hope the play has a wide open receiver, and it did not. Youngblood played that really well, and Melissa back with the ball. 1st and 10 from their 20. Trailing 14-0, 5:11 to play first quarter. Quick throw right side, wide receiver screen, and breaking tackles out to the 27-yard line, still on his feet. Now he's finally gang tackled and thrown back. That is Branch out there, who is elusive, to say the least. He is 5'9", 155 pounds. He can scoot. That got 8 yards. 2nd and 2, and Finnegan looks right again, pumps, keeps it now, and throws a low one to the boundary, and they say incomplete. He was out of bounds.
Yeah, that little bubble screen that they're running, Clark, I think somebody's going to jump that route.
It's 3rd down and 2.
Out of the deal.
Yeah.
And he almost got that before he got contact. Now 3rd and 2. Melissa working quickly from their own 27. Finnegan hands the ball off, and up the middle, nothing doing for Braden Smith, and the ball comes out. And I don't think the whistle blew. This could be Argyle ball at the 29-yard line. There is a huge pileup of red and white jerseys. Let's see who's got it. No official signal yet. Argyle saying they have it. And they do.
There they go.
Second fumble recovery of the first quarter. Another turnover forced by the red and black swarm here tonight.
Yeah, so all of a sudden we've had 3 turnovers in about the last 2 minutes of the game. Both teams exchanging them. Now Argyle coming up big right there. He was going to be short of that first down anyway. And before he went to the ground, Argyle did a good job. They had him corralled, and then some guys came in and started punching and pulling and got the ball out.
Darren Chapo was the one who got the recovery. 1st and 10, Eagles at the 29, up 14-0. Running play in a big hole Out on the right side, and there goes Scoggins again, breaks free to the 10-5, touchdown. Argyle knocks Scoggins with a 30-yarder. Uh-oh, flag down again.
That's too bad because he had a great run right there.
Sheridan Wilson is reacting with frustration. What I'm doing our ref mic there, Blake. Did they just do that for me? Hank Dickinson would tell you that they did. You know how long I fought with officials' mics in the Sun Belt Conference? Probably before you were born, Blake. I was fighting ref mics in the Southland Conference.
Wait, they had mics before he was born?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they didn't work. 1st and 13. It wipes off the Scoggins 30-yard run. And now here is Baker outright. He slams into a tackle. Boy, it's tough to bring him down, still pushing forward. And he wrestles his way down near the 25-yard line.
Let's watch!
Yeah,
so that's a gain of almost 8 yards.
You kind of have a thunder and lightning, but, I mean, Baker is hard to bring down. You saw it right there. How many yards after contact did he have?
Runs so low. 2nd down and a long 6. Argyle just shy of the 25. Rogers play actions the ball, throws the out route, and there's Kirkpatrick with a catch and a 1st down to the 17-yard line. Such nifty footwork there by Cole Kirkpatrick and a 1st down for the Eagles.
Yeah, and it looks like he's going to be open all night. I mean, it's kind of been uncontested for him all night.
La Vega did a good job against Cole a few weeks ago. And I think they had double covered him the entire night. Here's 1st and 10. Argyle looking to add to their 14-0 lead. Baker slips out of one tackle, now another, and slams his way down near the 12-yard line. 14-0 Argyle. Eagles looking for more here in the Battle of the Unbeatens. District 7 4A opener. Homecoming night here at Argyle Eagle Stadium. On 2nd down and 5, it is Baker pushing right, behind right tackle, now back to the middle, touchdown. Braden Baker following his blocks, a 12-yard run, 20-0 Argyle.
Yeah, he does a great job following the blocks. He's not a huge guy, and on the play before, he just got skinny and went sideways between some guys, and then right there, he just kind of read the holes, turned on the speed, and beat everybody to the end zone.
Braden Baker with a touchdown run. And Caden Donson now on for the extra point. Try to make it an even 21-point lead for the Eagles. Good pressure by Melissa, but the kick is up and through. Argyle 21, Melissa nothing with 3:11 left in the 1st quarter. As you have us on the Argyle Eagle Booster Club Network.
The team at Noble Classic Homes, your local master home builder and remodeler, has been Argyle's premier home builder since 1998. We can assist you in building your dream home, remodeling, or even storm restoration. Noble Classic Homes has been selected by D-Homes as best of the best home builders from 2011 through 2017 and best of Denton County every year since 2015. Visit our new office located at 9998 Hilltop Road in Argyle and check out our award-winning website at nobleclassichomes.com. Let us build the dream your family will call home. Go Eagles!
Cycle Center of Denton and BMW Motorcycles of Denton proudly support Argyle Athletics. Cycle Center is your local family-owned and operated power sports store with the best selection of motorcycles, all-terrain vehicles, and side-by-side fun and work machines. Shop the largest parts and accessories showroom in North Texas and experience a factory-trained service department that will support you with the great service to keep your machine running at its best. Cycle Center wants to thank all the Argyle football fans, coaches, and faculty that make Argyle the best school in Texas. Come see why Cycle Center of Denton is called your power sports store with more.
Oh, no.
Crap. A short kick, and Colton Whitwer has the return across midfield down the left sideline, and he fumbled at the end of that. They're going to say he is down and out of bounds at around the Argyle 27-yard line. A short kick, and they let Whitwer out of the gate.
Yeah, there's my deal about the short kicks, right? I'm going to go on record. I am not a fan of short kicks.
You still got to cover it, and they did a good job blocking it down the left sideline, and I think that is a nod to the speed that is back there. But Whitwer's no slouch himself. He can run it, and he gets a big return for Melissa. They're going to mark it at the Argyle 26. We'll get to Clark here in just a moment on the sideline. 21-0 Argyle. Melissa, though, with good field position, their best of the game. Here with 3:04 to play in the first quarter. Sam Finnegan has gone the entire way at quarterback so far. We may see Parker Taylor, the senior, at some point. And on first down, he calls for the shotgun snap and hands the ball off. Slamming forward, Jalen Williams. Ooh. And he's pushed back, short gain. Let's go to Clark. All right, we'll go back to Clark because Melissa's ready to go with a 2nd down and 8 at the Argyle 24. Play action by Finnegan in the pocket, throwing deep into double coverage. A collision in the end zone, ball incomplete. Jumping for it originally was Zach Stewart, and he had some help as well from Hunter Roberts. Almost picked. It goes to 3rd and 8.
Yeah.
All right, here's Melissa, 3rd and 8 at the Argyle 24. 2:39 left first quarter, 21-0 Eagles. They're going to have to scurry a defender off the field. Now they got 11. Finnegan hands the ball off, draw play. Well short of the first down as Argyle plays it really well. And I think this is going to be 4-down territory as they tried the 3rd down draw play to Jalen Williams, well short. This will be 4th down,
and if you're going to run that play,
call it 6. 4th and 6, Melissa at the Argyle 21. Finnegan looking right, pump fake. Now sets up and throws to the end zone. Leaping interception. Jet Copeland got it. Picked off in the end zone, and the Argyle defense forces turnover number 3 of the first quarter.
Yeah, nobody was fooled by the pump fake, right? It was kind of a stutter and go, and nobody was. It's kind of like our little halfback pass out here that nobody was fooled by. Nobody was fooled by that. Copeland was sitting in the end zone. He was just playing center field, right? He was waiting for that pass, and once he saw it, he just closed in on it, high pointed it, and he was the one that came down with it.
So 1st and 10, Argyle from their 20. A 21-0 lead as the offense is back on the field. C.J. Rogers is out there with Knox Scoggins as his running back. Kirkpatrick to the right. The wing on the right is Jasper Lott. And they will run it behind Lott off right tackle. Scoggins bounces outside and now knocked off his feet around the 22, short gain. All right, now, Clark, I think we got you. I bet that Eagle sideline is jumping around.
I'll tell you what, they're a little upset down here. Apparently the Argyle play on the field has pretty much stopped Melissa everywhere except in the trash talk department. And I think they're just throwing gasoline on an open fire because these guys are really fired up.
Yeah, they may be. 2nd and 9, movement up front, flags down. Did Argyle draw Melissa offside again? No. Motion against the Eagles, and that'll back them up.
Let's get that drive summary in from the last Argyle touchdown brought to us by Lori Jacobson of DFW Legacy Real Estate Group. The last drive, 5 plays, 30 yards, a minute 22, capped off by a great 12-yard run by Braden Baker.
On 2nd and long, they'll run it out right. Scoggins is knocked off his feet at around the 18-yard line. The ball came out, but Scoggins had bounced off the turf, and so did the ball. And momentarily, Melissa thought they had a turnover. Damon Youngblood out there to make the play. But it will set up a 3rd and long here for Argyle.
Okay, Sheridan Wilson and Nigel Smith for them kind of got mixed up, knocked on the ground, and it was after the whistle, and Nigel Smith's shoulder pad was sticking out. Sheridan Wilson was trying to fix it. He didn't want him to, and kind of gave him the stiff arm.
On 3rd and 12, Rogers is going to air it out deep. It's got Kirkpatrick, and he just overthrew him way down at the 35-yard line of Melissa. That's really a good throw upwind. Kirkpatrick laid out for it and just couldn't quite bring it in. And they were just a centimeter away from pulling off a brilliant 3rd and long play.
Yeah, and I think Cole maybe slowed up just a little bit, and then he saw where to figure out where the ball was. And when he saw it, he tried to accelerate. And that little hesitation, I think, maybe is what was the difference in a touchdown right there and an incompletion.
Hayden Dotson on to punt it away, standing at his 4. Melissa in shape to get good field position once again. They come after it, but he half rolls left and a real good boot into the wind. No fair catch called for, and it'll be taken by Cole Whitwer, and he gets taken apart at the 49-yard line. 38-yard boot, 5-yard return. Good field position for the 2nd straight possession now for Melissa. 21-0 Argyle. We just have 41 seconds left here and a really well-played first quarter by the number 1 ranked Eagles.
Yeah, boy, this period seems like it's taken forever, doesn't it? I mean, it's been
a long
super
one.
exciting. Yeah.
Still in the first, and a lot of plays run by both teams, and Melissa's in the hurry up throughout. Now 1st and 10 from the 49. Finnegan will hand the ball off. They're going to try to go off right guard this time. And Jalen Williams trying to muscle his way into Argyle territory. You got a flag down?
Yeah, it came from the back judge.
Officials, it's going to be a face mask against Argyle.
I don't know about that, but
Coach Lundy, I'm sure, is very happy with his defense, but here they commit a penalty, and it's a first down for the Cardinals inside the Argyle 35. They got to be happy about 3 turnovers in the first quarter.
For sure, and that face mask was probably inadvertent as he was coming through the line. There was a ton of traffic there, and I imagine somebody just reached in.
Running play on first down and 10. Ashton Mitchell-Johnson carrying it to the right, and that's a 10-yard pickup right at the first down marker. And they haven't moved them yet. Now they will call it 2nd and inches at the Argyle 23. And here is Mitchell-Johnson again. Takes a hard crack at around the 21, but able to bounce off of one of them, and he's got a Melissa first down.
He wants out.
To the 18-yard line. He really took a hard hit.
Yeah, Clark, watch him, because sometimes when he gets to that line of scrimmage, he doesn't necessarily square up his shoulders. He kind of turns sideways, I think, anticipating the hit. Yeah, from the back. But watch him when he gets to that line of scrimmage and see if he doesn't just kind of turn sideways a little bit.
And that'll do it for the first quarter. Argyle with big plays, big turnovers. They lead Melissa 21-0. Argyle Eagle broadcast, or the Argyle Eagle Booster Club, bringing you tonight's game on homecoming.
The Real Estate Station, Argyle's first and only privately owned real estate office since 1986, wants to say thank you. We know you have a choice when it comes to trusting a professional to meet all of your real estate needs. We at the Real Estate Station love Argyle, and we are your neighbors. All of our team lives here. We're also members of the Eagle family. We value investing in our community and helping make Argyle great. Speaking of great, we're proud to cheer on our Argyle Eagles, and with everyone's support, they can accomplish anything. We'd love to meet you. Dave and Kathy Salisbury and the Real Estate Station team.
Hey, Eagle fans, are you tired of all the clutter? Do you have a spare room overflowing with decorations? How about a 2 or 3 car garage that you can't even park in? Well, Argyle Storage is the answer. They offer drive-up and climate-controlled self-storage, along with several storage options for the boat and RV customer as well. They're located on 377, close to home on the north side of Argyle. Check them out online at argylestoragecode.com. That's argylestoragecode.com.
George Dunham, Mitch Cullen, Blake Jones, Clark McNulty on the sidelines from Argyle Eagle Stadium. 21-0 Argyle with the lead over Melissa. But the 7th-ranked Cardinals with good field position to start this drive around midfield. And with a couple of plays and a penalty, they have it 2nd and 5 at the Argyle 18. Finnegan handing the ball off, and breaking tackles is Williams. Or make that Mitchell-Johnson with the carry, and he is shy of a first down. Just a couple picked up. 3rd down coming up. Call it 3rd and 3. Melissa working out of the hurry up now at the Argyle 17. It's Mitchell-Johnson running right near the first down marker. Knocked off his feet at the 19. That's about where the marker is.
Yeah, he's pretty stout too. Look at him, his lower body, man, he's huge. Something wrong with him?
Well, he's a little awkward as he got up. And he will come out here. And he did not have enough for the first down. He does. They move it to first down. Okay, they put it up as 4 originally. Now they say first down. Melissa at the Argyle 14. Mitchell-Johnson is out. Jalen Williams is in as the running back.
New quarterback.
And new quarterback in, and Parker Taylor fakes the handoff, takes it himself. Touchdown, Melissa. A 14-yard run for Parker Taylor, the senior quarterback, and Melissa is on the board.
Yeah, and obviously he's the better runner. He looked a lot quicker than Finnegan did right there, and they just kind of caught Argyle looking for the running back as opposed to the quarterback. He just showed some speed and got in.
So Melissa having some patience. After turning the ball over 3 times, they probably look up and say, okay, an extra point away here from being a 14-point game, and we turned the ball over 3 times and gave up some big plays. We're back in it. 21-7 is the score as the extra point is up and through by Luke Hansen. Timeout with 11:18 to play in the first half. 14-point lead for Argyle as you listen to Argyle Eagle Booster Club Broadcasting.
Buying or selling a home is likely your greatest investment. Lori Jacobson, broker of DFW Legacy Real Estate Group, believes in making the process easy and simple for your family. Whether you're moving into your forever home in Argyle or a first-time buyer, Lori is dedicated to making sure all of her clients walk away from the transaction satisfied. If you want the best, call Lori Jacobson, D Magazine's best real estate agent in 2019 and 2020. Lori wants to encourage all the Argyle Eagles to leave a legacy on and off the field. Go Eagles.
Hey Argyle folks, want 100% employee pricing on a new set of wheels? Then get to Waxahachie Autoplex today. Owners Wes and Lisa Spence are proud parents of number 78 Blake Spence. So whether you need a new Ford, Dodge, Jeep, or Nissan, you'll find the best selection of new and pre-owned cars and trucks. Wes doesn't play games with the sales staff. In fact, he'll deliver the car and sign the paperwork on your kitchen table. Tell him you heard about it from us. Great selection, service, and price. That's what Waxahachie Autoplex is all about.
Kickoff goes to Cash Walker, and he has some space out to the 30, 40-yard line and hurdles over a diving tackle attempt at the Argyle 45. They're going to say he's pushed out at the 47. Cash Walker caught it on the bounce, angled left, a big return for Argyle, and what a first half Cash Walker has had.
Yeah, he did. Great return there. The ball was rolling around on the ground, but he picked it up and scooted all the way across the field and turned it into a really nice return. All right, so the drive summary for Melissa: 6 plays, 51 yards, a minute 22, capped off by a 14-yard TD run by the backup QB, Parker Taylor.
First and 10 Argyle from their 47. Quick throw out to Kirkpatrick, has a blocker out in front and carries a Cardinal with him all the way to the 44 of Melissa. We'll say his forward progress is, yes, to the 44. That's a 9-yard pickup on first down. Argyle working on a 21-7 lead here, and they're in Melissa Cardinal territory.
That drive summary brought to you by Wes and Lisa Spence of Waxahachie Autoplex.
2nd and 1 for Argyle, and a handoff running left. And it's a big hole out left, and there goes the Argyle runner down inside the 30-yard line. And a nice pickup on the play. That's
Great Baker.
That's Baker with it. Pardon me, it was 29 with it. And an 18-yard pickup for him. They're going to say he stepped out at the 26-yard line.
Argyle's so hard to defend. They throw the quick out pass and they hand the ball off, and he scoots for another 20 yards, and they're just super hard to defend.
On 1st and 10, Baker again up the middle through a hole, lowers his center of gravity, which can really get down there low, and he's able to submarine down to the 18-yard line.
Yeah, now look who's going fast, right? I mean, you got another team who's tired.
If you want to go NASCAR,
fast.
Here we go.
Yeah.
We'll put it into overdrive here on a 2nd and 2. As Argyle is at the Melissa 18, play action by Rogers, throwing it deep down the left side for Kirkpatrick, saw that he was covered and threw it away.
Yep, caught by our guys running the horn down there. You can tell when he let that one go, it's going to be too far, but when you have a 2nd down and short, you want to take that shot, right? Because now you've got a manageable 3rd down, and Argyle's been gouging them on the run.
Eagles 2 of 3 on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 2 at the Melissa 18-yard line. 14-point lead for Argyle. Clock stopped with 10:24 to play here in the first half. C.J. Rogers hands the ball off, and it is Scoggins, or make that Baker up the middle. First down inside the 15. Down to the 13-yard line, Braden Baker.
Yeah, they had somebody coming from the edge. I think it was Aston Mitchell Johnson, the running back, and luckily the delay there, he overran the play, and long enough for Braden Baker to weave his way through and get the first down.
Another one of the two-way players there for Melissa. 1st and 10. Argyle at the 12-yard line of the Cardinals. Here's Scoggins dipping through a hole and able to find his way down to the 9-yard line. really impressed how hard these guys run. And there in the case of Scoggins, how sometimes he can just real patiently wait for the opening and then dart through it.
Yeah, and Scoggins is kind of your thunder, right? He's the one that brings a lot of contact, and then Baker's the one who is hard to get to and fast. Both guys have speed, but it's just two distinct styles.
2nd and 7. Argyle at the Melissa 10. This is play 7 of the drive. And it is Scoggins again knocked off his feet, got tripped up in the backfield, able to fall forward back to the line of scrimmage. So now 3rd down coming up, and it'll be 3rd and 7.
Clark, did he trip over his own feet or somebody else, or was it a defensive player that got him?
May have been the turf monster.
May have been.
Just had
we'll figure it out ourselves.
Awkward footing there.
Offensive tackle.
Okay.
Stepped on his foot.
Gotcha. Quick shout out to Kenny Arthur listening.
Hope Kenny gets better soon. Here's a 3rd and 8 for Argyle at the Melissa 11. Play action by Rogers in the pocket. A lot of time. Now he's going to run. 10, 5, goal line, touchdown. 11-yard scamper for C.J. Rogers. And it's the 4th touchdown of the game for the Eagles.
Yeah, he wanted to throw it. He wanted to throw it to that right corner, but there was nothing there. But when he was checking down and he saw nobody open, he saw a lot of green, and he just took off running. And, man, that's the way you answer Melissa's touchdown right there. Just march down the field at will and score. That's right.
Caden Dotson on for the extra point. Snap placed down perfectly by Sutton Lee. And the kick is through. Good snap by Logan May. 8:41 left, first half. Argyle 28, Melissa 7. As you listen to Argyle Eagle Broadcasting.
Updating your home is too important to do alone. The Design House of Denton has designers and experts on staff who want to help. Whether it's simply new flooring or having an entire wing of your home remodeled, the Design House has a full spectrum of services for any size idea you have. They care about you and your home both during and after your project. My wife and I know this from personal experience. Now it's time to see for yourself. Go see the friendly staff at their gorgeous showroom located just outside Golden Triangle Mall at 2303 Colorado Boulevard. The Design House of Denton, locally owned and proud members of Argyle Eagle Nation.
Rapid Med Urgent Care provides you and your family with personalized, state-of-the-art minor emergency care and primary care. Just up the road at the corner of FM 407 and Chin Chapel Road. This fall, we'll also open a new Argyle location just next to the stadium. Checkups to cuts, broken bones, school vaccinations, sports physicals, and now our all-new telemedicine service, Rapid Med On Demand. No waiting room and direct access to Rapid Med over the web by using your webcam or smartphone. COVID testing available. Extremely proud supporters of our Argyle Eagles.
That's why you high kick it. High kick perfectly done by Caden Dotson, and there is a hard collision right as the ball bounced on the turf. The closest one to it for Melissa was Ashton Mitchell-Johnson, and as he tried to get it, he took a huge hit, and that Argyle player is slow to get up. But they almost got a crack at that. The ball ricocheted out of bounds at around the 14-yard line. I think that's where it's going to be marked, down inside the 15-yard line. It was Jacob Robinson who was down quickly, and they are tending to him, and let's hope he's all right.
Yeah, that's kind of how you want the onside kick to work. And man, when they bobbled it and he blasted them, they knocked it way back. They had to mark it further back, right? Yeah.
See, sometimes the strawberry short kick works. You just got to give it some time and some altitude. And boy, that almost worked well for the Special Forces. Robinson up now and walking around. Boy, that was a heads-up play by him. He raced downfield, a sophomore defensive back, and he's on this left side of the kick coverage team. That was well done.
That was well done. Let's do that drive summary real quick, all right? 8 plays. This is brought to you. Well, let me do it after this play.
All right, 1st and 10, Melissa. From their 15, you better be ready to go. They run fast. Finnegan takes the shotgun snap and hands the ball off to Williams out left, and he'll be knocked down at the 13-yard line. That's a great penetration by the Argyle defense to wreck that, and it goes as a loss on the play. That's Ethan Mann that got in there.
You know, you can tell it's a good play when you keep stringing it out to the sideline, right? That's what Argyle did, just kept making him push it out.
Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11. They'll try it again. And not much there for Williams. Maybe 3, 4. He's up near they're going to mark it up near the 20-yard line.
Yeah, and he just kept going and going and going. He ended up getting about 5 yards, 7 yards on that.
Sure enough.
So Argyle
he's down back around the 16.
Big stop right here. They'll be punting into the wind if we can hold them.
3rd and 4 for Melissa. They're 1 of 4 on 3rd down. And Finnegan's going to keep it out left, and he is knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. A blitz coming through and knocking down the quarterback. And Argyle sniffs it out. Great play made on the right side by the defense, and that's Davis Elsey who got in there to make it.
Yeah, he just blew through there, and you know it's kind of funny. They run the ball without the running quarterback. Maybe he is. Maybe they think both of them can run. I don't know.
Well, now they will have to punt from around their 1-yard line, and Argyle may be coming after this because there's only one returner back. And here they come. They get a good rush, and the punt is off, and it is short. It's going to land at the Melissa 35-yard line, take a big Cardinal hop out beyond the 45. That'll be downed at the Argyle 49, 35-yard boot. And half of that was on the bounce, so that was a big, big break for Melissa, but still good field position for Argyle.
Drive summary real quick, and then we'll do some second quarter sponsors. That last drive is brought to us by Ty and Jennifer Homeyer of the Design House. 8 plays, 53 yards. This is a long drive for Argyle standards, 3:07 off the clock, and it was capped off by an 11-yard scamper by C.J. Rogers for the touchdown.
1st and 10, Argyle from their 49-yard line, leading 28-7, 6:56 to play here in the first half. C.J. Rogers bringing the offense back out on the field, and they've had some big plays here in this first half.
Yeah, let's ground and pound right here. Let's see if we can run a little bit of clock.
And on 1st down, it will be a running play between the tackles. Braden Baker with the carry inside the 45-yard line. Baker with a touchdown run earlier in the game that made it 21-0. That's a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, he's not the biggest running back, but boy, he is not afraid of contact at the end of those runs, man.
10 carries, 67 yards so far for Braden Baker. Here comes Moore up the middle as he breaks through a tackle, and he's able to scamper down to the 35-yard line of Melissa. He just disappears in the line, and then you catch him running out of that scrum.
Yeah, and he's coming out in a hurry, too, when he does.
1st down, Eagles down to the 36 of Melissa. Clock moving, 6:20 to play first half. 28-7 is the Argyle lead. C.J. Rogers sets 2 receivers left, 1 right. Play actions the ball and throws it on the out route left, trying to hit Hayden Stewart, and it's a little too high and incomplete.
Yeah, maybe overcooked it a little bit. He had to throw it hard, and Stewart was coming back to him to get there, and he was pretty well covered. Looked like, is that Chance Holiday? Is that 7? I can't see that number.
Yep.
Yeah, and so just a play that was going to be really hard to pull that off.
Yeah, that font is difficult to pick up sometimes, the number font on Melissa. On 2nd and 10, Rogers looking deep, nobody there, now scrambling out left. Still looking for someone to break free, now throws it away. And we'll set up 3rd and long. It had a lot of time, but nothing broke open deep downfield. Coverage was good for Melissa.
Yeah, and I think that was a good heads-up play right there. Let's just throw it away, and let's not take a big, huge hit, trying to get 1 yard out of it. It's still 3rd and 10, and Argyle has been, pretty proficient at 1st down, so this is probably 4-down territory anyway right here in this part of the field.
Tough down and distance, 3rd and 10, but Argyle is 4-5 on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 10 at the Melissa 35. Rogers fakes the handoff, he's looking left. Throws a dart left. Jasper Lott with the catch at the 28, trying to get away. Holland Cardinals with him, and he has the 1st down as he stretches the ball forward. Jasper, what a play. 1st down, Argyle.
That is a heck of a play because they had him short, and he just kept fighting and throwing guys off, and then he reached, he took his 6'3" frame or whatever he is and reached it all the way out and got that 1st down.
1st and 10, Argyle at the 25 of Melissa. And they try to run it between the tackles again, and there's nothing there for Baker.
They timed that snap count right there. We should have done a little bit better job of holding them.
Yeah, they may have jumped it. We would anticipate that Jasper Lott's father, John Lott, North Texas football player back in the day, now the strength coach for the Los Angeles Chargers.
Did you see him on Hard Knocks?
Oh, he's a star. He's a star of that. He's a star every February at the Combine.
Yeah.
John's a character. You know he's proud the way Jasper has played on 2nd and 11. Free play there. Melissa's offside, and Rogers slowly goes out to his left, airs it out deep, and it's intercepted. I don't think this is going to count. Here is the return for Damon Youngblood out the left side, and boy, there's flags all over the field.
Yeah,
and that's on a blindside block maybe going back that way?
Blocking behind the play is what he's going to get. And we had another one down here, a block right after the pick.
Well, as they used to say on Fat Albert, that's like school on Saturday. That's no class behind the play, but let's see what these flags are about. The first one's going to be offside against Melissa, and that gave Rogers the notion, hey, I've got a free play. I may just try to squeeze that in there.
Okay, did you watch the football game last night on TV, the end of it, where it got kind of chippy?
Yeah.
And the Broncos didn't like it too much. Well, I kind of get the feeling that's what's going on right here.
That was well behind the play, and that's where it gets dangerous.
Okay, so you have the offsides, right? But the other one's a personal foul, so that's going to – can you take the offsides and still get the personal foul?
That's a really good question because you've changed possession.
Yeah.
But it's the same play. And that's
and it
I think our
ball.
officiating crews, have y'all seen that before when we've had two calls on the same unit? But it's, yeah, candlesticks do make a nice gift. Let's see what the decision is. Offside originally on Melissa. And we're going to have to translate here. Our referee
ball.
Mike is out, and a dead ball against Melissa. Okay, so that will cost them a first down.
Wait, he wasn't calling it on both teams, was he? Did he just make a mistake there? Because I thought he said it was.
He originally mentioned, but he looked like he waved that one off.
He said third down, though, didn't he? Yeah, that's wrong.
Okay, so you'll have.
I think what he just called was offsetting personal fouls after the play.
Okay.
And then awarded us the 5 yards for the offsides.
So it's second down and 5 or whatever, right?
So 2nd and 6 now for Argyle at the 21 of Melissa. After all that, 4:50 left, first half.
We thought he was just pointing the wrong direction.
Yeah, I did too. On second down and 6, it's a running play out left, and Scoggins has nowhere to go. Melissa plays this running play really well, and they knock him down for a loss on the play.
Yeah, let me tell you, those linemen for Argyle, Tucker and Crystal Spence, Ruby and Wilson, they're in there. Man, they are fighting and pushing. And
that's a loss of 5 yards. Caden Norberg is the one who wrecked that play, inside backer. So now it's 3rd and 11 for Argyle at the 26 of Melissa. Strong side of the formation right. Rogers in the pocket, throwing out on the right side, and the ball is tipped incomplete. He was trying to hit Kirkpatrick, and it went off of Cole's shoulder pad. He was also pretty well covered on the play. And looked like Jalen Williams may have got a hand on it. It'll go to 4th down and 11.
I think they're saying it's 3rd.
It is.
Okay, so
no, it's got to be. Yeah, it's 4th down.
How could it be first? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It is 4th down, so Argyle has some wind behind them. They're going to try a field goal here, as Caden Dotson will come on the field. His long this year is 41. This will be a 43-yard attempt from the left hash mark to try to make it 31-7 Argyle. Suddenly the holder looks back at him. High snap, puts it down. Kick on the way. Does it have enough? No. It is short and right, no good. And Melissa makes a stand.
Yeah, probably should have taken a timeout right there because the clock was running down. They snapped it with about 1 second on there. It looked like the guys just kind of rushed it a little bit too much because he's got a leg to do it. Just didn't hit it.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification as you listen to Argyle Eagle Broadcasting.
Hi, this is Norm Hitzges, for 39 years a sports talk show host in Dallas, and you're listening to Argyle Eagles football on the Argyle Football Network.
Thank you, Norm. George Dunham sitting in for Kenny Arthur tonight. Kenny, we hope you're feeling better. 4:06 left. first half, 28-7 Argyle. Melissa takes over from their own 25. They'll run a jet sweep out left, and there's nothing there. Well played by the Argyle Eagle defense, and they tried to get it out left on a jet sweep, and Antonio Robinson had nowhere to go. A lot of red shirts out there in front of him, including Elsie, to help wreck it.
Yeah, there was nothing there. I mean, that was going to go nowhere fast.
And on 2nd and 14, Finnegan to throw. Hit as he throws. Deep right side into double coverage. Flags all over the place. And it's going to be defensive interference, I'm afraid. I don't think the defensive back was looking back towards the ball, and that will cost Argyle. That was Rand Nash in coverage.
Yeah, and, that's one of those plays where that ball was not going to be caught,
not catchable.
Period. But you can't let the guy just go, right? And so when he stops and he tries to come back to the ball and you don't know what's going on, it's just an easy PI and just not much you can do about it.
And a first down for Melissa. That was a bailout for them. They had a second down and long. They were looking at a third and long from deep in their own territory. Now 1st and 10. Melissa from the 38. Running play. And out left is Braden Smith. Off left guard, he's up to the 42. Argyle has, for the most part, played the run really well here tonight. Zach Stewart up from the secondary to make that tackle. Here's 2nd and 7. Smith again, able to wait for the hole to develop, and he has a first down out the midfield.
Yeah,
8 yards.
They're just getting a little push there on that offensive line now, and Argyle's going to have to start filling the holes because that's what they're doing. They're just going between the tackles.
First down, Melissa right at midfield. 3 minutes, 9 seconds to play first half. 28-7 is the Argyle lead. And here is Smith again trying to pick his way up the middle. He's in Argyle territory, but buried now at the 48. Jasper Lott got him.
Yeah, so they're putting a little beef on the line there. They get Jasper Lott in there at end out here, and he's just kind of tying everybody up and made the tackle there.
On 2nd and 8 of the Argyle 48. Finnegan throws, almost intercepted. Grant Maribal, who had a fumble recovery earlier in the game, made a jump and almost came down with it. He does force the incompletion.
Yeah, he's going to want that one back, right? That went right through his hands. He was in a great place right there to break it up, but even better position just to catch it.
3rd and 8. Melissa at the Argyle 48. And it is Finnegan in the pocket with time over the middle, caught on the slant, first down to the Argyle 29-yard line. Antonio Robinson in traffic with a catch, 19 yards on the pickup, and Melissa with something cooking here. They're at the Argyle 29. Clock moving, 2:30 left first half. 3 touchdown lead for the Argyle Eagles. Melissa trying to chip away at it. On 1st and 10 now for the Cardinals. Running up the middle is Smith, and he's down to the 25.
Yeah, boy, if you give Finnegan time back there in the pocket, he's a pretty good thrower, right? And that's where all his success has been, is when he can stand back there and just start surveying the field.
2nd and 6, Finnegan a quick throw, wide receiver screen, left side, caught, and down to the 22, 20-yard line and a first down. And down with it is Colton Whitwer, and he's got a Melissa first down. They're able to run it and now throw it to the boundary for a first down at the Argyle 17. Timeout taken by the Eagles. They may need it just to catch their breath, if nothing else. Defense has really played well. A short field helped Melissa on that first score. And here they were aided with a pass interference call that got them out around their 30-yard line. But to their credit, Finnegan's made some throws and a couple of tough runs, and here they are.
Yeah, that quick out right there. That quick out right there, I think that's why Argyle called timeout, because we didn't have the numbers over there and they were going to line up and throw that again. So I think that's why the timeout was taken.
Second quarter brought to you by DFW Legacy Real Estate Group, Closets by Design, Noble Classic Homes, Cinch Cleaners, Point Bank, Snooty Pig, great place to go for breakfast in the morning, Argyle Fine Arts Preschool, Minerva Consulting, and sponsors of the halftime show, Dr. Gomez from Rapid Med Urgent Care, and they bring us the live stream. And we hope you're, if you're not listening tonight, you're watching on the live stream a new little added video to the presentation this year of Argyle football. Returning to play, 1st and 10. Melissa at the Argyle 17. And Parker is now in as the quarterback, takes a high snap, hands the ball off. Smith's in trouble, and he's knocked down back at the 25-yard line. And knifing in there was Chase Bunnell to get him first, and he had some help from his teammates. Ty Johnson was also back there.
Yeah, they wanted to do the little zone read, but Argyle got in there too fast, and they didn't really have any choice, and he just had to hand it off. There was nothing doing it.
Parker Taylor running out to his left on second down and long to the sideline, and scampers along the boundary inside the 20-yard line. And they're going to mark him out at around the 15. That was a good pickup. There's an Argyle Eagle who's slow to get up. That's Ty Johnson.
Yeah, and you can tell he's the quicker quarterback, right? I mean, that was run all the way. There was no pass involved. They just snapped it to him and let him run.
All right, this will be a Rapid Med urgent care timeout. We have a couple of Eagles down on the field. 1:25 to play first half. Argyle 28, Melissa 7.
Rapid Med Urgent Care provides you and your family with personalized, state-of-the-art minor emergency care and primary care. Just up the road at the corner of FM 407 and Chin Chapel Road. This fall, we'll also open a new Argyle location just next to the stadium. Checkups to cuts, broken bones, school vaccinations, sports physicals, and now our all-new telemedicine service, Rapid Med On Demand. No waiting room and direct access to Rapid Med over the web by using your webcam or smartphone. COVID testing available. Extremely proud supporters of our Argyle Eagles.
407 Barbecue is a proud supporter of the Argyle Eagles. Named the very best barbecue in all of DFW several times over, 407 Barbecue offers an array of award-winning smoked meats, including mouth-watering brisket and rib. If you're brave enough, try to tackle on your own Spudzilla. No plate is complete without one of their world-famous sides either. And don't get out the door until you round out your trip with a bowl of Grandma's banana pudding. 407 Barbecue is family-owned and operated by your neighbors right here in Argyle. See their menu and catering options online at 407bbq.com or see for yourself at I-35W exit 407. 407 Barbecue.
Well, unfortunately, we have a couple of banged-up Eagles. They're still tending to Ty Johnson on the field. On the sideline was Logan May. He has been able to walk off. Now they're getting Ty Johnson, the senior defensive lineman, to his feet. And, oh, boy, that's concerning. He's not putting a lot of pressure on his left leg, and that youngster has worked so hard these last couple of years to turn himself into a terrific defensive lineman.
Yeah, and with his size and the way that he moves, I mean, he was really good right there in the interior of the line. Hopefully it's just maybe he got rolled up or something. He'll be okay, and second half come out strong.
All right, they'll mark the last run by Parker Taylor. They'll say he was out at around the 18. So now 3rd and 9 for Melissa. Big play here.
Yeah.
4-point play perhaps. It may be 4-down territory for Melissa. Trailing 28-7. Now 3rd and 9 at the Argyle.
There we go.
17-yard line. And they moved before the snap. A good 16 seconds still on the play clock. And someone fell out of their stance. That hurts. 3rd and 9 becomes 3rd and 14.
Yeah, that does hurt. You know, it's really, there hadn't been a ton of false starts by them on offense, so it's kind of unusual, but great for Argyle right here.
3rd and 14 now for Melissa at the Argyle 21. Finnegan is back in at quarterback, hands the ball off, and it's a jailbreak. Running right and into a red and black swarm is Smith, and Argyle sniffs it out. Davis Elsey is there to make the tackle. And, boy, there were 3 or 4 red shirts out there. Reed Atkins was also there to make the tackle. A loss of 4, 4th down. And Melissa will go for it here on 4th down and about 18 needed.
Yeah, I think they're going to let that clock run all the way down here. 50 seconds left in the half. They're going to let it run all the way down. Then probably, I guess, try and kick it maybe.
They could call a timeout with about 39 seconds left. It would be a rather long field goal.
Or if they go for it.
52 yards would be the attempt, right?
Yeah, it'd just be hard for Argyle to go all the way down the field, I guess, in 30-something seconds.
All right, we'll keep it here as Melissa tries to make the decision. Will they put the offense on the field or try a long-range field goal into the wind? Coming up at halftime, the Rapid Med halftime show. It is homecoming. And the homecoming ceremony will be carried live if you're streaming us tonight. No player spotlight this week, but you can listen to it on the podcast. Darren Chapa, the guest of Blake Jones. We'll also get a Argyle ISD Eagle update with Rick Herron and Pam Arrington. Out-of-town scoreboard with Stephen Bartolotta, Poppy, on the halftime scoreboard tonight. Stats and sounds from the first half in Rapid Med keys to the second half. It is 28-7, Argyle with the lead. And we're having a big conference around Matt Nally in his second year as the head coach at Melissa. It's such a long field goal into the wind. They're going to try something here with the offense. With just 38 seconds left, it would have been a 42-yard attempt into the wind. So they're going to put the offense on the field.
Finnegan's back in, so you'd think they were going to throw it. This is more your passing QB.
Another timeout taken by Melissa. They, I guess, wanted to see how Argyle would line up. That wasn't that tricky a formation, a three-wide set with one receiver right and two left. But we'll take it with them. Big play coming up as you listen to Argyle Eagle football.
Football fans know some things just go together. Quarterbacks and receivers, face paint and super fans, game days and tailgates. State Farm agent Matt Forts knows another winning combination: home and auto. Matt and his team are here to help life go right when you combine your home and auto insurance, which saves you time and money. So get your home and auto on the same team and score some savings. Call State Farm agent Matt Forts at 940-591-6644 today.
Hello, Eagle fans. This is Joe Bartram with CNN Mortgage. We are a privately owned mortgage lender since 1997, offering financing options designed for your family.
Fourth down, 17. Melissa going for it at the Argyle 25. Finnegan in the pocket. Pressured, hit, sacked at the 29-yard line. Elsie on the blitz got him. Perfectly played by the front four of the Black Swarm. And boy, that's a big fourth down play turned in by the Argyle defense. That's like a turnover. You stop them on downs. Argyle with the 3 turnovers in that first quarter. They did have one interception going the other way. But they are now, Mitch, a plus 11 in turnover differential.
Yeah, that's impressive, and that probably reflects in their win-loss record also. So what are you doing here, George? You going to knee? You going to throw deep? You going to go for it? What are you going to do?
Knowing the aggressive nature of this Argyle offense, I bet they take a knee.
Yep,
that's what they're going to do. With 28 seconds left, C.J. Rogers takes a knee. They lined up like many times when teams do that, they'll go into a protection set. Argyle went with 3 wide receivers, but Rogers takes a knee, and that'll do it for the first half. Great first half, turnovers, big plays. The defense just makes a play there on fourth down. It's a good team you're playing tonight, and Argyle's up 28-7.
Yeah, and you know what? It's a 3-score game, but it seems closer than that to me.
Let's go down to Clark. He's got Todd Rogers with him.
I'm here with Coach Rogers. Coach, looks like the offense is going pretty well for you, and it looks like your defense is able to come up big with the turnover.
Oh yeah, we've been very physical on both sides of the ball. That's what we preached all week, and we're getting 100% compliance. Our kids are at the point of attack and being as physical as they've been all year. So it's fun for me to stand on the sidelines and witness that.
And what's the approach going forward into the second half? Are you pretty much the same, or do you have a few tricks up your sleeve?
Oh, we've got a second half game plan that was decided last Sunday. We're going to go in there and trim it down and whittle it around like it's a good piece of wood and put it into action as much as possible.
And a fiery halftime speech from the coach.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yep.
There's Clark with Todd Rogers as his team is leading at the half over 7th-ranked Melissa, 28-7. Big halftime show coming up. It's homecoming here at Argyle High School, and Rapid Med halftime show will bring you, if you're streaming with us tonight on YouTube, the homecoming ceremony will be carried live coming up next. Argyle 28, Melissa 7. This is the Argyle Eagle Booster Club presentation.
Hey Argyle folks, want 100% employee pricing on a new set of wheels? Then get to Waxahachie Autoplex today. Owners Wes and Lisa Spence are proud parents of number 78 Blake Spence. So whether you need a new Ford, Dodge, Jeep, or Nissan, you'll find the best selection of new and pre-owned cars and trucks. Wes doesn't play games with the sales staff. In fact, he'll deliver the car and sign the paperwork on your kitchen table. tell him you heard about it from us. Great selection, service, and price. That's what Waxahachie Autoplex is all about.
Hello, Eagle fans. This is Joe Bartram with CNN Mortgage. We are a privately owned mortgage lender since 1997, offering financing options designed for your family needs. CNN Mortgage is a proud sponsor of the Argyle Eagles. We have expanded and we invite you into our office right here in Argyle or our main office in Grapevine. CNN Mortgage is an active member of the community, so mention this ad and receive $550 towards the cost of your appraisal when we finance your next home. If you have dreams, we have solutions. CNN Mortgage is a licensed mortgage lender in the state of Texas. NMLS number is 148530. Joe Bartram's NMLS number is 1010778. Go Eagles!
This is the Rapid Med halftime show. Your score at the half in Argyle's first district game of 2020 is Argyle 28, Melissa 7. Melissa averaging 52 points a game in 2020. Only 7 in the first half for the Cardinals. We'll see the halftime adjustments for Coach Matt Nally on the other side, but for Coach Todd Rogers, good first half for his offense, and great first half for his defense, holding the Cardinals to just 1 touchdown. And while the Melissa Band plays here at the half, let's get you to the Argyle ISD Eagle update with Rick Herron and Pam Arrington.
Hey, Eagle fans. This is Rick Herron, Director of Communications for Argyle ISD, with this week's Eagle update about news and happenings across the district. Well, October is here, and this month we celebrate National Principals Month. During the coming weeks, we will honor the outstanding principals on our 5 campuses across Argyle ISD. These leaders are doing an amazing job during very challenging times right now and are working diligently to serve our teachers, staff, and Eagles students. Our principals are dedicated to inspiring, motivating, leading, and encouraging, and providing a safe learning environment every day for our students. We will take time this month to honor them for all their hard work, those long hours, and dedication to making our campuses very special places. Our list of principals include John King at Argyle High School, Scott Gibson at Argyle Middle School, Dr. Don Jordan at Argyle Intermediate, Donna Lumsden at Hilltop Elementary, and Renee Funderburg at Argyle West. So if you have a chance this weekend or in the coming weeks, be sure to send these Eagle leaders a special thank you or a simple wave in person to show your appreciation for the jobs they are doing. Well, if you haven't seen one of them yet, be sure to get your hands on one soon. It's the latest issue of the Insights magazine produced by the Communications and Marketing Department here at Argyle ISD. It's an issue you don't want to miss because there's a good chance your Eagle is pictured in this back-to-school fall issue. We also have a feature on Teacher of the Year Desiree Good from Argyle High School. Get to know her with a fun question and answer, and we also feature some of the best face masks across the district and some great first day photos you don't want to miss. So you can also visit the Argyle ISD Facebook page to see the digital version of the magazine. Well, have you thought about joining the Argyle Eagle team? Well, now's the chance to become an Eagle, work on a campus, and have a great experience in serving our children. The Student Nutrition Department here in Argyle ISD is hiring part-time positions for work Monday through Fridays in our school cafeterias. Come be part of a fun team and help nourish the future. Visit argyleisd.com and click on Student Nutrition under the department's tab. The contact is Amy Bresnahan, and she can help get you started today on becoming an Eagle. Well, we have new safety signage now appearing all across Argyle ISD. In the efforts to provide daily reminders for our Eagle students and staff of the COVID-19 safety measures we have in place, we had the help of a special Eagle parent in our district. Argyle ISD's Taylor White with WP Partners offered to provide safety signage for all our campuses and facilities to help remind our Eagles of the daily safety practices during this pandemic. The signs include directional and social distancing floor stickers and window graphics on the outside entrances regarding face coverings. We want to send a special shout out to Mr. White and his team's assistant in helping keep our Eagles safe. Well, last week, some big news dropped for Remedy A Cappella. The group's second studio album called Waves was officially released on all major streaming platforms. This album is a culmination of months of hard work by these Eagles in the classroom, on the stage, and in the studio. Please share this album with friends and family and follow them on Facebook and Instagram. The album can be found on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, and YouTube. Now I'll pass it over to Pam Arrington, Argyle ISD's Director of Marketing.
Thank you so much, Rick. Well, happy homecoming to everyone. Homecoming is always one of my favorite times of the school year. I look forward to the football game every year. Whether you're at home listening or at the game, you know how amazing homecoming is and how special it is to our community. We are excited to be cheering on our Argyle Eagles on the field. I'm here with two of Argyle High School's Majestics dancers, and I'm excited to talk to them about an upcoming event that they have taking place throughout the month of October. They've put a lot of work into this event. It is a community service event, so I'm going to let them introduce themselves to you, and then we're going to share some information with you about this event.
My name is Allie Allen, and I am a junior service officer. My name is Cassie Carter, and I am also a junior service officer.
Wonderful. Girls, tell us about this event that you have going on throughout the month of October.
So it's going to be a sock drive from October 1st to October 31st. We're going to be putting up boxes to put the socks in around all of the schools in the district, and there is going to be about one box in each school.
Perfect. So tell us what kind of work went into this in regard to the planning and the coordinating of this event.
Yes, ma'am. So me and Allie went around and we emailed all of the principals to make sure it was okay to put out boxes. And then we went and we decorated a bunch of boxes kind of for the spooky theme, going with the Halloween in October. And then Allie's dad also works at the shelter that we're donating it to. So he's going to go pick the socks up, and then that's how the socks are going to get to the shelter.
Wonderful. Well, tell us what people in the area, are they going to be in the DFW area, the Denton area? Who will benefit from the collection of these socks?
The less fortunate in the downtown Fort Worth area.
Perfect. So everyone take note. Go out when you're running your errands next time. Pick up some socks. They do need to be brand new, unused socks, and send them to school with your student, or feel free to drop by one of the campuses and drop them off at the front office. The boxes will be located at the front of the campus, and again, they will be collecting socks throughout the month of October, so you have a couple of weeks to get that done. Well, girls, tell us a little bit about what your favorite part of being a member of the Argyle High School Majestics dance team is.
Going to the football games. My favorite is just having a big sisterhood of girls that you can always have and always lean on.
Wonderful. Well, tell us a little bit about your director. What is her name, and what do you love so much, and what would you like to say to your director?
Her name is Haley Martinez, and she is amazing. She always supports us and has our back, and I just want to say thank you, Miss Martinez.
Miss Martinez is definitely like a mom to all of us. She has our back and she loves us unconditionally, so thank you. We love you.
Well, we know Miss Martinez puts a lot of work behind the Majestics. She does a fabulous job, and all of you ladies do an amazing job. We always look forward to seeing your performances out on the field. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us today. And again, make sure you take note and go out and purchase some socks so you can donate for their sock collection community service event. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their game. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Don't forget to mask up, and go Eagles!
Hey, Eagle fans, need a place to store all your championship trophies and medals? Yellow Door Storage, located at I-35W and Crawford Road next to the new emergency hospital, is a brand new Class A facility with climate-controlled and drive-up units, fully enclosed boat and RV storage, and a state-of-the-art security system. Whether you're moving into a new home, reorganizing your garage, or expanding your business, Yellow Door Storage is the solution for you. When you need to store, think Yellow Door.
Hello, neighbors, and welcome to another season of Argyle Eagles Sports. This is Jolette Ryan, owner of the Remax North Texas team located here in Argyle. And although my own Eagles have left the nest, like you, we are ready for some football. As a parent, I pray your children are healthy and safe, and trust the faculty and coaches. Once again, it is our honor to serve as an all-sports sponsor for Argyle Sports, which for us is an annual labor of love. Remember, support our teachers, our teams, our first responders, and police. Come to the Remax North Texas team. We are ready to serve all of your real estate needs.
28-7 is your score here in the Rapid Med halftime show. Melissa Band has performed and is off the field, and while they set up for homecoming and the band gets ready to play their number, let's get you an out-of-town scoreboard update and a very, very special guest tonight. Stephen Bartolotta is with us, waiting to update us on some scores. You there, Stephen?
Thank you, George. Well, it's a busy night in high school football as all classifications are back in action. First, Kaufman and Ranchview. It's Kaufman rolling in that one, 43-6 as they approach halftime. Midlothian Heritage blanking Alvarado. It's 34-0. That game is at the half. Number 3, Waco La Vega, having no trouble tonight with Waxahachie Life. It's 41-0 Pirates in that one. Big rivalry game, Stephenville and Brownwood, and the Yellow Jackets lead it by 10, 24-14. That game is also in the second quarter. Camden, number 6 in the state, shutting out Levelland. It's 27-0 that game in the third quarter. A couple of really big rivalry games involving some Denton schools. Of course, Ryan and Geyer doing battle. Number 1 Ryan in Class 5A Division I against the Geyer Wildcats, number 5 in 6A, and the Raiders lead it by 3 at the half, 16-13. Denton Braswell, they're on the road taking on Keller, and the Indians have a 3-point lead at the half, 23-20. Those are all the scores we have for you. Back to you, Mr. Dunham.
I'll take it as Stephen is at a concert at Jexa, sounds like. Thank you a lot.
At halftime.
Yeah, I know.
Takes me back to like circa 2002.
Back when the ref mic was still giving you trouble.
Still. All these years later.
Back in the Sun Belt.
Yeah.
Apparently, George, the ref's mic battery was dead in the first half. We'll see if we can't get him a fresh set there. They
always used to tell me things like that.
Right. We'll see. Maybe it's just bad karma catching up to you again. But the drill team is on the field. The band is on the field. And let's get you to the field mic and see if we can't pick up this Argyle band performance here in the Rapid Med halftime show. Argyle leading Melissa 28-7. Here is the Argyle band. That is the Argyle band exiting the field as the homecoming ceremony is about to get underway. And let me hand it off to the voice of the Argyle Stadium, Andy Smith, who's going to narrate you the rest of the way for the homecoming ceremony here in 2020.
The 2020 homecoming ceremony. Now let's remember, we're going to honor that homecoming court. Each member was selected by the student body to represent all that is great about Argyle High School. Let's begin. let's get started and meet the freshman prince, Luke Spees. Luke is the son of Sabrina and Richard Spees, escorted by his mom, Sabrina. Luke plays football for Argyle. He's a member of the Argyle chapter of the Young Men's Service League and in Boy Scout Troop 192, Luke Spees. The freshman princess is Daphne Sessions. Daphne's the daughter of Allison McElroy and Michael Sessions. She's being escorted by her mom, Allison, and her dad, Michael. Daphne enjoys jarring in her spare time. Again, the freshman prince and princess for 2020, Luke Spees and Daphne Sessions. The sophomore prince tonight is Burke Rudolph. Burke is the son of Leanne and Ben Rudolph. He's escorted by his mom, Leanne. Burke plays football for the Eagles. He's involved in FCA and Young Life. The sophomore princess tonight is Ellie Snakenberg. Ellie is the daughter of Matt and Regina Snakenberg. She's escorted by her dad, Matt. She is on the Arga High School varsity soccer team. Ellie Snakenberg. Once again, a big hand for the sophomore prince and princess for 2020, Burke Rudolph, Ellie Snakenberg. And here he comes, the junior prince, Knox Knockin' Scoggins. Knox is the son of Craig and Stacy Scoggins, escorted by his mom, Stacy. He plays varsity football, also involved in FCA and part of the Renaissance Club. This year's junior princess is Faith Mack. Faith is the daughter of Tom and Kimberly Mack. She's escorted by her dad, Tom. Faith is a member of the Student Council, the Renaissance Club. She's also on the yearbook staff. Faith Mack. And again, the junior prince, Knox Scoggins, and the princess, Faith Mack. And now, for the Argyle High School King and Queen nominees. Our first King nominee is Logan May. Logan's the son of Brett and Somali May, escorted by his mom, Somali. Logan plays football and baseball. He's a member of the National Honor Society. After he graduates, he plans to play baseball at McMurray University and pursue a degree in dentistry. Our next King nominee, Reese Mchugh. Reese is the son of Tyler and Wendy Mchugh, escorted by his mom, Wendy. He plays football and soccer for the Eagles, and after graduation, he's going to go to the University of Oklahoma. Our next King nominee, Skyler Mccurry. Skyler is the son of Brad and Vicky Mccurry. He's escorted by his mom, Vicky. Skyler plays varsity basketball for the state finalist Argyle Eagles. He plans to attend Oklahoma State University and major in business. The next King nominee is Billy Michael. Billy is the son of Carrie and Marilyn Michael, escorted tonight by his mom, Marilyn. Billy participates in debate, journalism. He's also an officer for the National Honor Society. He's going to go to college and study to be a history teacher. Our next King nominee is Reed Palmer.
The kids just love him.
Reed is the son of David and Jim Palmer. He's escorted by his mom, David and Jill Palmer, escorted by his mom, Jill. Yeah. He's on the varsity football team and Fellowship of Christian Athletes. He's also on the Argyle bass fishing team. He's going to go to Oklahoma State University and major in aviation. Our last King nominee is Gunnar St. Romain.
Yeah.
Gunnar is the son of TJ and Tennille St. Romain. Gunnar escorted by his mom, Tennille. He's an athletic trainer for the football team, a bat boy for the baseball team. He's a Special Olympic athlete competing in bowling, track, and baseball. Gunnar also is in Young Men's Service League, and he attends Cross Timbers Community Church. After graduation, Gunnar's going to go work at Chick-fil-A. And these are the 2020 Argyle High School Queen nominees.
Bow tie on.
The first Queen nominee is Emma Ailsworth. Emma is the daughter of Jason and Shannon Ailsworth. She's escorted by her dad, Jason. She plays flute for the Argyle Eagle Band. She's going to study engineering at the University of Oklahoma.
So when will we get
our
a
next
plate?
Queen nominee is Sarah Crowder.
Do we have to do anything?
Sarah is the daughter of Brian and Erin Crowder, escorted by her dad, Brian. She's a member of the Argyle Eagle Band, also on the Talon News staff, and participates in UIL academics and is in the National Honor Society. When she graduates, Sarah is going to pursue a career in journalism at the University of Texas in Austin.
Yeah.
Our next Queen nominee is Steely Harper. Steely is the daughter of Sean and Suzanne Harper. She's escorted by her mom, Suzanne. Steely is the third of 4 Harper siblings and has been attending Argyle High School football games for 12 consecutive years. She's a varsity cheerleader in the PALS program. She hopes to attend Oklahoma State University. The next Queen nominee is Mia Irwin. Mia is the daughter of Tom and Lydia Irwin. She's escorted by her dad, Tom. She's a member of the varsity cheer squad, also participates in competitive cheer, and is in the PALS program. She's an assistant coach for the special needs team at Excite Gym, and Mia plans to go to college and become a nurse. The next Queen nominee is Allie Johnson. Allie is the daughter of Ray and Ginger Johnson, escorted by her dad, Ray. Allie is a member of the cross-country and track team and also a barrel racer. She plans to attend college on a pre-medicine track.
At Argyle.
And our final Queen nominee tonight is Sydney Standifer. Sydney is the daughter of Rob and Danelle Standifer, escorted by her dad, Rob, member of the Lady Eagles varsity basketball team. She's on the yearbook staff and in National Honor Society. And after she finishes here at Argyle, she's going to continue her basketball career at Clemson University on a full scholarship. How about a big hand for all the 2020 King and Queen nominees? On hand tonight to crown the new Argyle High School homecoming queen and king is our 2019 homecoming queen, Jordan Tarrant. And she'll be accompanied by the Argyle High School cheerleaders. And now presenting the 2020 Homecoming Queen and King of Argyle High School. Our 2020 King is Gunnar St. Romain. Once again, a big hand for Gunnar St. Romain. And now, to announce our 2020 homecoming queen, she is Sydney Standifer. For the homecoming queen, Sydney Standifer. And an all-around big round of applause and congratulations to our 2020 homecoming queen, Gunnar St. Romain, and Queen Sydney Standifer.
All right, and that was the homecoming ceremony, the 2020 homecoming ceremony for Argyle High School. Let's take one more quick break, and when we come back, we'll recap the first half stats and sounds brought to you by the Argyle Eagles Booster Club.
This broadcast is made possible by the generous support of our corporate advertising sponsors who have enabled Argyle ISD athletic programs to achieve many exceptional accomplishments, including state championships in multiple sports and 8 consecutive Lone Star Cups. These sponsorships remain the primary source of funding for the Booster Club, which directs the expenditures towards Argyle athletics and clubs at the high school and middle school level. Your corporate sponsorship provides the best opportunity for our student athletes to reach their full potential here at Argyle ISD, and in return, we offer numerous advertising packages which fit your budget to brand your business with high visibility in the stadiums or right here on these airwaves. Do you want to be a sponsor and support the athletics here at Argyle ISD? Contact Brian and Shelley Stone at aebc.sponsorship@gmail.com to begin your support. Go Eagles!
Hello, Eagle fans. This is John Lavelle, president of the Argyle Eagle Booster Club, reminding you to subscribe and listen to the Eagles Nest podcast. The podcast comes out every Thursday, and you'll hear from your coaches, your players, updates on all the sports, and updates from Argyle ISD as well. Subscribe, listen, and go Eagles!
Welcome back to the Rapid Med halftime show. Argyle leading at the break over Melissa 28-7. And let's quickly run down some of the first half highlights here in the first half. Argyle got the coin toss and elected to receive. 2 plays later, Cash Walker with his first touchdown of the night.
37 of Melissa, play action by Rogers. He's going to go deep. He's got a man near the goal line. It's caught. Touchdown, Cash Walker. 37 yards. Ball was right on the money, and Walker met it at the point. Perfectly done. 6-0 Argyle.
That was a 2-play drive after the Eagles open up the scoring. Melissa gets it after 5 plays. Melissa punts to the dangerous Argyle offense, and again, it's Cash Walker.
Kirkpatrick to his right, 2 receivers left. Play actions the ball, good protection, sets up, and he's going to throw deep down the left side for Cash Walker. He caught it again. Touchdown, Argyle, flag down. That may be on the defense. What a catch. He ends up on his back. Cash Walker already 2 first quarter touchdown receptions.
It was a defensive pass interference, so the touchdown stood. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns for Cash Walker, and it's a 14-0 Argyle lead. Melissa digging themselves a hole. They get the ball back on their second possession. Argyle comes away with it.
2nd and 35 minutes. They're going to run the option, pitches it back, and there's a low pitch. The ball is loose. Argyle has recovered. Coming up with it is Grant Mirabal, the middle linebacker, and a gift given to the Eagle defense.
You did hear that right. That fumble was on 2nd and 40 following a double penalty on the Melissa offense. Argyle increasing their lead. This time it's on the ground, and it's Braden Baker.
On 2nd down and 5, it is Baker pushing right, behind right tackle. Now back to the middle, touchdown. Braden Baker following his blocks, a 12-yard run, 20-0 Argyle.
Argyle would go on to score 1 more touchdown. Melissa would tack on 1 as well. Your halftime score 28-7. Here's George Dunham with the second half call.
All right. Argyle will kick it off to start the second half. It's a high kick, and one of the up men under it at the 30, 35. And makes a move outside. Look out down the left sideline to midfield. And that is into Argyle territory at the 48. That's Antonio Robinson who got loose. And he has great speed, and Melissa with good field position to start this second half.
Yeah, and the kick there was deep enough. It just didn't get high enough, right? He caught it at the 30. If you could have made him fair catch it at the 30, I think everybody would have been happy with the kick, but it just didn't get the height that needed to hang up there long enough to get the coverage down.
So 1st and 10, Melissa at the Argyle 48 to start the second half. Finnegan hands the ball off up the middle. Breaking a tackle is Braden Smith, and he's out left inside the 40-yard line, and a good gainer for the first play from scrimmage for the Cardinals. It goes for right at 10 yards.
Yeah, they just 2 little plays right there, and they got something cooking already. Argyle needs to find an answer real quick and slow them down.
First down, Melissa at the Argyle 38. It's a running play again, and this is Smith off left guard, dragging an Eagle with him. Ball's loose, and there's a pile up at the 35-yard line. 3 fumbles in that first half or the first quarter for Melissa. They had another one there, but they got that one back, gain of 2. 2nd and 8 now for Melissa at the Argyle 35. Finnegan is the quarterback, and he will hand it off, and there's nothing there for Braden Smith. Great penetration made by the Argyle defensive lineman Chase Bennell, the senior, 6 foot, 251 pounds. No gain, third down in the long 8, maybe call it a long 7. As Finnegan throws it out right in the slot, caught, 30, 25, knocked down hard at the 21, but that's a first down.
Yeah, they're just spreading 3 guys out, and they got numbers and they got gaps. Argyle needs to get some sort of press coverage here because they're just too soft and there's room for them to throw.
Youngblood with that catch for the first down. Finnegan on first down, looking left, throwing down the flat, low throw. Down to the carpet to bring it in, though. That is a catch, and that's Colton Whitwer with the reception to the Argyle 15. Melissa on the move here, early third quarter trailing, 28-7, trying to get back into the game. Wide receiver screen out of the right side of the field, and here is Youngblood making a move off a block to the 10-yard line, and may have a flag on the tackle for a horse collar.
Yeah, and they're coming out fast. They're getting rid of the ball fast. They're not giving the Argyle D-line time to get penetration in there and disrupt the play, and so far it's working for them.
Darren Chapa slow to get up and now being tended to by the Argyle training staff. And he's down around the 17-yard line. Melissa coming right out, taking the opening kick of the second half, and they've got something going here early third. Numbers from the first half. Melissa with 126 yards, 68 passing, 58 rushing, 3 turnovers, 2 fumbles, and an interception. Argyle 113 yards rushing in that first half. And C.J. Rogers 7 of 12 for 151 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. 264 total yards for Argyle. Now with the penalty, this is a first and goal situation for Melissa. The ball is placed at the Argyle 4, early third quarter. They're trying to make it a 2-score game. And Finnegan keeps the ball, fumbles it, and there's an Argyle Eagle diving on it at the 20. It's Eagle ball. And it is Chase Bennell who comes up with it. I think that was on the exchange from Finnegan to Smith. It wasn't clean, and Argyle jumps on the loose ball. 4th fumble recovery of the game, and that could be critical.
It could be, and I think it was just a mix-up. I think Finnegan was either wanting to leave the ball in or pull it out. I'm not really sure which, but they got their signals crossed, and it just came out and got knocked back. But Chase Bennell has been in the backfield the whole drive, and he's just sneaking around the end and getting in there.
First down, Argyle will run it. And out left, breaking tackles for the Eagles, Knox Scoggins with the carry. And he's up around the 27-yard line. Boy, that was big there. They had a first and goal at the 4.
Yeah.
And the turnover, now Argyle is a plus 12 in turnover differential. That is a big number. Gain of 8 by Scoggins, 2nd and 2. Eagles from the 31. Scoggins again, off right guard, jumps over tackler, flag down, runs out right to the 40. 45, dips his shoulders, another flag is down as Scoggins escorted out of bounds. You get the feeling this one's coming back.
Yeah, he's signaling holding right now. He threw it in the middle of the line there, but Knox Scoggins, it's a shame because he had a great run going there. Leaped over a guy, then cut to the outside, and got some more room, so he had a nice run. Just it's all going to come back.
24-yard run wiped off the board. How many flags is that now? 14? 14 penalties.
How about that moon
That's
up
combined,
there, George?
right? That's combined penalties, or yeah. Yeah, full moon over Eagle Stadium tonight. Beautiful.
Possum hunting moon.
There you go. We got a lot of them around here. 2nd and 12 after the penalty. And here is Scoggins trying to dart up the middle. Got a couple. Able to scamper up to around the 21-yard line.
Yeah, Argyle just going to, looks like, well, with the longer third down here, they were content just to run the ball. Now they're going to have to throw it to try and get the first down.
3rd and 9, Argyle from their 21. Rogers fakes the handoff, back to throw, looks left, throws to Kirkpatrick, double coverage, incomplete. Bit of a high throw. Kirkpatrick in double coverage could not bring it down, and well covered on the play. And Argyle will have to punt. Dylan Herron had the defense there for Melissa.
Yeah, and it looks like Melissa now is just going to double Kirkpatrick, much like La Vega did. So Argyle may have to do something to get him open, some rub routes or something, or find somebody else.
Caden Dotson to punt it away, standing at his 8, waiting for the snap. And Whitwer is back deep. It'll be a rugby right line drive end over end punt that will hit at midfield and take an Argyle bounce inside the 45. That'll be down around the 43. 35-yard boot. Argyle defense been forcing a lot of turnovers tonight back out on the field.
Well, he could have run right there. Did you notice? As he was taking off to the right to kick it, doing the rugby-style kick, everybody was just peeling back.
Well, they may come back to that at some point.
Yeah, they might if if somebody else saw it, because they were all giving up on it, and all he had to do is just take off to the sideline. Because it looks like they're going to kick it anyway, right?
Yeah.
When they run to the side.
Sure.
So
28-7 Argyle, 8:51 left third quarter. Melissa takes over 1st and 10 from their 44. Finnegan at quarterback, handing the ball off, left guard, smashed, nothing there. Argyle has it stacked up, and the ball came out late. They say it still belongs to Melissa. Michael Madry with the stop there for the Eagles. No gain on the play, and Jalen Williams had only about 2 steps before he got swallowed up. 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals. 3 wide receivers right. Quick throw out left on the slant, incomplete, and heavy traffic. The receiver Whitwer couldn't hang on to it, and he had Caleb Murdoch just waiting for him.
yeah, and he had some space there. I think he got a little bit of alligator arms on that one, didn't he, Clark? He was open.
3rd and 10, Melissa from their 44. Finnegan looking left. He's going to heave it deep down the left sideline, and the ball is incomplete. Flag down. Ooh, boy, that was close. And the play made by Chance Holliday, the receiver, trying to get to it. It looked like good positioning by Caleb Murdoch, but a flag thrown in.
And it's gotten almost to the point where you got a 3rd and long, just chunk it deep and hope for, if you don't get the make the catch, you get the PI, and that's kind of what they've done here. Yeah, when they underthrow the ball, right? You underthrow it and have the receiver come back, and he has to go through the DB, and it's PI. Oh, offsetting penalties. How about that?
Ooh.
What was the second one on the offense, Clark? I didn't see it.
Oh, huge. Oh, it's in the backfield, so maybe it was a hold back there.
Yeah.
So now play over, 3rd and 10 instead of an automatic first down. That's big. 3rd and 10, Melissa, again from their 44. Finnegan looking right, pressured, throws a wobbly pass, and traffic incomplete. A diving attempt at an interception made by Zach Stewart. It falls to the turf, and the punting unit will come on the field for Melissa.
Yeah, another pass I think that should have been caught. It went through his hands. He got up in traffic. That was the sophomore, Jacob Cusano. The ball was, he had to jump to get it, but it looked like it went through his hands. But he had guys all around him. He was going to get whacked when he caught it, if he caught it.
Wiedemann, the punted away, standing at his 29. Argyle may be coming after this. They have 10 up. They get a good push, and they block it. The special forces have done it again. And it's loose, bobbling around, picked up, and falling down now at the 10-yard line. A block punt, 3rd one of the year. Flag down late. We think it may have been Will Ramsey with the block, and he was the one in the block package that was on tonight that he would be the one to get it, and I think Ramsey got it.
Yeah, they were all trying to pick it up to run it in for the touchdown, and they couldn't quite get it, and they ended up just falling on the 10-yard line, and then a late flag came out of the scrum.
I think that's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct against somebody. Who is it?
Oh,
we think Aaron Funderburk is the one who made the recovery. It's a personal foul against Argyle, and maybe the other way too, huh? Or is it just against Argyle?
I think it's just Argyle.
No, I don't think so, because here comes the mark-off now against the Eagles. That's either a 3 15-yard penalties on one football team in a quarter and a half, and as Bum Phillips used to say, it ain't funny.
Yeah.
And this one wrecks field position that would have been down around the 10, but it is 1st and 10 Argyle at the Melissa 25 after the blocked punt. Will Ramsey blocks it, and the Eagles now in business. Handoff going on the left side, and a hole started to develop for Braden Baker, but it crashed at around the 21. Still a good pickup on first down of about 5 yards.
And those block punts, they stick in the mind of that kicker, right? So even if Argyle doesn't go after him the rest of the game, he's thinking about it every single snap that comes back to him, and it just takes him completely out of their game.
On 2nd and 5, it is the handoff to Baker again, trying to dip out left, almost got away. Knocked down at the line of scrimmage, though. A lot of players going both ways for Melissa. That was Caden Norberg who made that tackle, and a good one. 3rd and 5 now for the Eagles. 7:14 on a moving third quarter clock. 28-7 is the Argyle lead. They're 4-0. Melissa comes in at 5-0. And Rogers to throw on 3rd down. He's going to air it up down the right sideline. Jump ball intercepted in the end zone.
I think he thought he had an offsides, but I don't see the penalty flag down.
Jalen Williams with the interception. They thought, I think you're right, Mitch, they thought they had a free play, but there's no flag down. You saw it looked very suspicious early. Rogers was just standing there. No one was really moving. No offside, no penalty. Ball over to Melissa.
Yeah,
Second interception of the game.
Yeah, another turnover right there. And Argyle really needed to get something going. They had great field position from the block punt. They really needed points on that drive. But so far this half, both teams, turnovers have killed both teams so far.
Melissa's used 2 quarterbacks tonight. Parker Taylor, the senior, is back in now on 1st down from the 20-yard line. It's a quick throw out on the left side. Breaking tackles Antonio Robinson. He can really go. And he's able to use his speed for an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, and Argyle just can't get out there. They're just, right now, there's just too much space between that one receiver that they're throwing it to and whoever the DB is that has, responsibility on him.
Cade Moore with the tackle, 2nd and 2. Melissa now from their 28. 3 wide receivers right. It'll be a running play and throw over the middle by Taylor. Flag down, and the receiver's down with a catch for a 1st down. That's Whitworth. Now let's check the flag. It's about 10 yards downfield at around the 38-yard line, near the sideline, the Argyle sideline. Melissa's acting like it's against them, aren't they?
Yeah, some kind of.
There's that illegal block again. They were called for that in the first half.
You can't do that.
You can't do that.
Move them back.
They've had some critical penalties themselves and mistakes, fumbles, and this penalty wipes out what would have been a 1st down.
Second half definitely not as crisp as the first half.
No.
For either team.
And now Melissa with a 2nd. And let's call this 15 from their 15. They need the 30 for a 1st down. And Taylor to throw on 2nd down in traffic, almost intercepted, incomplete. Well played, a high throw, jumping for it. Dax Haraney with it. A good play to break on the ball, and it forces a 3rd and long.
Yeah, I believe he knocked it out of his hands. I think he had it. The throw was high, but he went up and high pointed it and caught it, and I think Dax Haraney came in and just batted it out.
So now 3rd down, 16, Melissa from their 15-yard line. They're 2 of 8 on 3rd down tonight. Taylor from the gun, back to throw, chased. He's going to escape out right. He can't get away. Knocked down at the 11-yard line. And it's Davis Elsey again. He has been a menace to this offense of Melissa, and both quarterbacks, Finnegan and Taylor, have been running from him all night.
Yeah, and Elsey is faster than Parker Taylor because he just ran him down from behind right there.
Now, the last time out on the field, Special Forces got a block. Will Ramsey with a block. There are 10 up on the line again. Damian Wiedemann is 3 yards deep in his end zone, and they are coming after him again. Waiting for the snap, a high one, good push. He gets this one away. End over end, fair catch called for and made by Zach Stewart. And boy, good field position right at the 40-yard line of Melissa. So I think there, you're careful that the last thing you need is roughing the punter.
Yep.
Let's just put a little bit of token pressure on. Let's get good field position as the punter goes into the wind. And looky there, Argyle 1st and 10 at the Melissa 40.
Yeah,
leading 28-7.
I thought the kick was actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
I mean, I was really expecting to shank off the side of the foot out of bounds, but he actually got it pretty solid.
So 28-7. Oh, go ahead.
Shout out to, it looks like the Carters and Mashinskis, and the Greens are all watching from St. Elmo, Colorado.
Long way away on 1st and 10. Argyle will run it out left with Scoggins, and he's able to bang his way down to the 36-yard line. Scoggins and Baker tonight with some good productivity once again. Tito Bice still out with that knee injury, hoping that he can get back later in the season. But I'll tell you, with Baker and Scoggins, it's in really good hands. They have really done an admirable job here in the first month of the season.
Yep.
2nd and 6, Argyle to Melissa 35. Rogers backing up the throw, now down the left side. Kirkpatrick with an unbelievable catch at the 3-yard line, and he jogs into the end zone. Touchdown, Argyle. What a special play by a special player, Cole Kirkpatrick.
Yeah, he kind of did a swim move over the top of the defender there and just kind of went over him and grabbed it, and then they were tangled up a little bit, and he just forced his way into the end zone. You're exactly right. That was a special play right there.
36-yard touchdown reception for Kirkpatrick. What a play. What a career he has had here at Argyle. Owns just about every pass reception record there is. Extra point attempt up and good by Caden Dotson.
Nope.
Oh, excuse me, wide left. Wide left, kick no good, and that is the first miss of the year for Dotson.
Yeah, he hit it hard. He just pulled it a little bit to the left.
34-7 Argyle, 4:48 left, third quarter. As you listen to Argyle Eagle Broadcasting here tonight from Eagle Stadium.
Over 65 years and still growing, at Bill Utter Ford, we'll help you find the perfect car, truck, or SUV with our always utterly affordable prices. Bill Utter Ford is a proud supporter of the Argyle Eagles, and together we are flying high over North Texas. Bill Utter Ford, a Denton County tradition for over 65 years. Visit us today or see us online at BillUtterFord.com.
You're gonna like the way we treat you, Bill Utter Ford.
Wow. Thank you, Argyle, for making Magnolia Realty Argyle's favorite choice for all things real estate. Thank you for your confidence and your trust in our team. We couldn't do it without you. From acreage, estates, custom-built homes, or existing homes, our team's decades of experience and innovative approach continue to produce unparalleled results. Find out what the rest of Argyle already knows when marketing their home. There is a difference. When Argyle thinks of real estate, they think of Magnolia Realty.
Good.
Caden Dotson will kick this one deep, and it goes out of the corner of the end zone, just inside the pylon. Very close to being out at the 1, but it was a yard deep into the end zone. Touchback. Good kick downwind. 34-7 Argyle, 4:48 left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, was that like a coffin corner kick? But
yeah,
it goes the best way, right out of the end zone.
Good way to do it.
Okay, so drive summary on that, brought to us by Lisa Hemby and Closets by Design. 2 plays, 40 yards, capped off by a 36-yard pass to Cole Kirkpatrick. CJ on the night is 8 of 15 for 187 yards. 3 touchdowns.
1st and 10 from the 25. It's a fake handoff, and here's Parker Taylor running for big yardage up beyond the 30, 36-yard line. Senior quarterback has run well. He has a touchdown run tonight, the only score for Melissa. This one gives the Cardinals a first down after their 36.
And that's what he brings, right? He pulled it out at the last second. Everybody converged on the running back, and he takes off running.
Well, this time he will hand it off to the running back, Braden Smith. And he's stacked up around the 40-yard line. 3 red shirts there to bring him down. And Riley Van Poppel, one of those. A 3-yard, almost 4-yard gain. 2nd down and 6 now for Melissa from their 40. Taylor rolled to his left, throws up the left slot. He's got a wide open man caught 30-yard line, and stumbling down to the 20-yard line was a wide open Damon Youngblood, who had run past 2 defenders. Biggest play of the night for Melissa, a 40-yard gain to the Argyle 20.
He was just wide open. He'd gotten behind everybody. I think Argyle had thought that the quarterback was going to keep it and run.
And we've got another defensive lineman down for the Eagles. Been a rough night. Had some turned ankles and some injured players for Argyle, and they'll check him out here with 3:54 left in the third quarter. Thanks to our third quarter sponsors, Dave and Kathy Salisbury, Real Estate Station, Jeff Basinger, the Argyle Storage, Lori Jacobson, Jeff Bassinger make it. Lori Jacobson from DFW Legacy Real Estate Group. Wes and Lisa Spence of Waxahachie Autoplex. Ty and Jennifer Homeyer from Design House. Lisa Hemby from Closet by Design. Alex Payne, Yellow Door Storage. Bill Utter Ford, 407 Barbecue. Rapid Med Urgent Care. Remax North Texas Team. And CNN Mortgage for their sponsorship of tonight's game. That sees Argyle leading 34-7 over Melissa. But the Cardinals get a big 40-yarder to Damon Youngblood, and now they are right in the red zone. A 1st and 10 at the Argyle 20. And Parker Taylor in at quarterback, throws the wide receiver screen out right. Not too much there. Argyle plays this one well. That play's been pretty successful. Youngblood able to get a couple. Knocked off and down to the turf. There's some good pressure out there. Hunter Roberts is out there for the Eagles.
Looks like he's going to be holding on.
We got a flag down too.
Cards.
Another big penalty against Melissa.
Another quick shout out to my wife Rhonda, who's listening, with former Argyle great Spencer Cohen.
Wow.
And watching too.
All right. 1st and 20 after the holding call. Parker Taylor throwing out of the right seam. It is intercepted. A throw into heavy traffic, and bringing it down for Argyle is Hunter Roberts with the pick.
He looked like Cole Kirkpatrick on that catch,
yeah,
right?
It's a good catch.
Looked like it was a crossing route for Cole Kirkpatrick. He just throws his hands up and grabs it. Great play.
5th turnover of the night for the Melissa Cardinals, and they will look no further than that number right there.
Yeah.
As Matt Nally, the head coach, I'm sure very frustrated with that number. Argyle, to their credit, has been forcing those mistakes, fumbles, and they're a great play. And then the block punt on top of that. Hunter Roberts with the interception. 1st and 10 Argyle from their 17. Delay handoff up the left side of the formation. And a running play up to the 19-yard line. And a new running back here for Argyle's first carry of the night. That's a Peyton Shoemake with it.
Yeah, Shoemake getting some carries here in the game.
And give him a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Shoemake takes his handoff right up the middle, pushes his way up near the 23. Be a 3rd down and short coming up.
Poor old Kenny wants to be here so bad. His wife is creeping around behind him, taking pictures of him, keeping stats on the couch while he watches the game. Susie, keep up the good work.
Kenny,
keep sending those pictures.
Kenny Arthur resting up at home. Hope you get well soon, Kenny. Sitting in for him tonight's been good to be a part of the crew. On 3rd down, it's a little late release by Jasper Lott. Makes the catch and scrambles up near the 40-yard line. 2nd catch of the night, 16 yards. 1st down, Argyle out to their 40. Jasper Lott, the defensive lineman / tight end who recently committed to be a Horned Frog. Big catch there on 3rd down to move the chains for Argyle. They're out to their 40, 1st and 10, 2:28 left. 3rd quarter, 34-7 Eagles. Rogers play actions the ball, looks deep, now pressure, tries to get out of the pocket, hit from behind, able to advance the ball for about a yard gain, so won't go as a sack anyway.
Yeah, and he did a great job protecting the football right there, because when those guys come up from behind, their first move is usually to strip the ball out, and once he felt the contact, he just stuck it back in there and protected it.
Mitch, a flag downfield, and I think this may be defensive holding. That may be why C.J. Rogers didn't have a place to throw it. We're still fighting with a ref mic here tonight? What the heck, Blake?
Let's see. I didn't hear anything, Clark.
Yeah, that's still... Yeah, that thing's deader than a mackerel up here, I'll tell you. But it is defensive holding and a 1st down for Argyle. 34-7 is the Eagles' lead. They now have it in Melissa territory. They'll place it down at the Cardinal 49. Melissa 5-0 coming in here tonight. Argyle off the bye week 4-0 on a 1st down running play. Cardinals blitz, and they guess right. Ashton Mitchell-Johnson wrecked that play as he was all over Shoemake.
Yeah, not much you can do when you're exactly right. He guessed right on the count, And about the only thing you could do is if your quarterback could get rid of the ball, maybe get some kind of block in there, but he was already in the backfield when the handoff was happening.
No gain, clock moving inside, 2 minutes left, third quarter, 34-7, Eagles. 2nd and 10 coming up here for Argyle at the 49 of Melissa. C.J. Rogers looking to the sideline to get the call. Jason Bechtel, the offensive coordinator, dialing up a running play out left, and there's only about a yard there for Shoemake. Clock moving down inside the 1 minute mark once they run this play, but a 3rd and long coming up here.
Yeah, so what do you, maybe you pull it and bootleg it out on something like that, because they are just crashing that, you know, what is that, the weak side end over there. He's just coming no matter what. So I'm sure that Coach Nanny can factor something in right there and make them pay for it.
Here is 3rd and almost the full 10 needed. 6 of 10 on 3rd down. Rogers in the pocket, bouncing, now scrambling out to his right. Got a wide open man on the release. That's Scoggins with a catch. First down, 40, 35-yard line. There's the old safety valve there. And Knox Scoggins was out in the right flat. There wasn't anyone within 15 yards of him.
No, excellent protection, though, man. Those guys up front are doing a great job. They created a nice pocket for him. He stood in there as long as he could, and then when nothing was there, he scrambled and did a great job of finding that safety valve in Scoggins.
Gain of 14, first down Argyle at the Melissa 35. Handoff, and this is Scoggins trying to get out left. No gain, and Melissa plays this well. They were really gouged by the run in the first half. They've tightened up a little bit here in this second half and maybe suspecting the Argyle run to run some clock here, and that will do it for the third quarter. So we go to the fourth with our score. Argyle 34, Melissa 7. You're listening to AEBC Broadcasting.
407 Barbecue is a proud supporter of the Argyle Eagles. Named the very best barbecue in all of DFW several times over, 407 Barbecue offers an array of award-winning smoked meats, including mouth-watering brisket and rib. If you're brave enough, try to tackle on your own Spudzilla. No plate is complete without one of their world-famous sides either. And don't get out the door until you round out your trip with a bowl of Grandma's Banana Pudding. 407 Barbecue is family-owned and operated by your neighbors right here in Argyle. See their menu and catering options online at 407bbq.com or see for yourself at I-35W exit 407. 407 Barbecue.
Feel like you never have any space to put things? Tired of your closet always looking cluttered, no matter how you try to organize it? Try Closets by Design. Have an expert out for a free consultation to have a look at your closet, garage, home office, pantry, anything. And they will build you a closet system that caters to your every need. Why go buy a basic, cookie-cutter piece of furniture when you can put in a system tailored specifically for your every need? Schedule your consultation today by calling 972-361-0010 or schedule it online at closetsbydesign.com. Imagine your home totally organized. Closets by Design.
We go to the fourth at Eagle Stadium. George Dunham sitting in for Kenny Arthur. Glad to hear Kenny's feeling better and watching tonight, along with Mitch Cullen, Blake Jones up in the booth, and Clark McNulty down on the sideline. As we go to the fourth quarter, Argyle in Melissa territory, a 2nd and 10 coming up. As a cool breeze blows through Eagle Stadium. 68 at kickoff. I imagine we're into the 50s now. It's
and I'm in
a little chilly. You sure are.
You know, Texas, if it gets below 85, you put a sweater on.
Yeah. On 2nd and 10, Rogers back to throw. A lot of time. Standing in the pocket now, running up the middle, down to the 30-yard line in a gain of about 4. Nobody open downfield. Rogers got 4 yards or so. He's over 200 yards passing tonight.
Yeah, again, the O-line doing a great job right there. So the only success really that Melissa's has when they're blitzing somebody off the edge.
Mm-hmm. Rogers now over 1,000 for the season.
And Clark, I'd expect a blitz right here just because I'm sure their coach is getting sick of seeing him stand back there all day long.
Blitz here and crash the corner on the non-tight end side.
So I really like to play to Jasper a lot. I'd like to see a little bit more of that. It should be open.
And on 3rd and 6, it's a running play, and here is Knox Scoggins working his way down near the 26-yard line. That's short. Got to be 4th down and about a yard coming up, maybe 2.
Let's go.
And they will go for it. It's about 1.5 yards, almost the full 2 yards needed. Argyle on 4th down. They're at the Melissa 27, leading 34-7. Scoggins up the middle, pushing forward, very close. The pileup is right at the marker. Actually, just a little bit short, isn't it? Yeah, it's short. And Melissa holds on 4th down.
Yeah, they just didn't get much push on the O-line right there. They tried to go on that first count, which I think is always good because I kind of thought they were going to hard count him right there maybe and take the penalty or call a timeout or something. But they went on that first count and trying to catch Melissa, but just didn't do it.
10:44 left in the game, 34-7 is the Argyle lead. They have forced 5 turnovers tonight. Good job by the defense as Melissa takes over 1st and 10 from their 26. Quarterback in the game is the senior Parker Taylor. He's alternated with Sam Finnegan tonight on 1st down, throws over the middle, and the ball is caught. Here's Antonio Robinson with a lot of speed across half midfield and down to the 49-yard line. They finally got him. Hunter Roberts got him. He had the interception in that 3rd quarter. Robinson hobbled, though, and he may have to come out.
What I tell you, I like Parker Taylor's game really more than Finnegan. I'm surprised they hadn't used him sooner.
Coming back from injury that had Finnegan starting the season. Now 1st down. Taylor fires again out in the right flat, caught, 1st down. And down to the 37-yard line of Argyle goes Damon Youngblood. He had the big 40-yard catch a moment ago. And Melissa moving again. They've had turnover problems, though, tonight as they have it 1st and 10 at the Argyle 36.
Yeah, soft coverage by the DBs here.
Taylor looking to throw again, pressured, escapes, throws out right, dropped at the 33-yard line. Had a little release route out there by Damon Youngblood, and he couldn't hang on. He heard some footsteps out there from Rand Nash, who was bearing down on him.
Yeah, and again, the pressure kind of flushed Taylor off to that side because he had a guy going down the middle of the field that was open.
2nd and 10 now. Taylor hands the ball off and breaking tackles Braden Smith inside the 30, down to the 29. 6-yard gain. 3rd and short coming up. Clock moving, under 10 minutes to play in the game.
Yeah, got to stiffen up right here, right?
Yep. They've done a good job inside the 30-yard line, thwarting Melissa's drives this evening. This is a 3rd down and 3. They're 2 of 9 on 3rd down tonight. That's been another problem for the Cardinals offense. Taylor will fake the handoff. He'll keep it himself, charging forward up the middle, 1st down to the 25.
Yeah, boy, and I thought they were going to do that quick out because they had it. Argyle was 6 yards back on those receivers. They only needed 3. I thought for sure they were going to chunk it out there, but they decided to do that kind of QB draw.
1st down, Melissa to the Argyle 25. Taylor with Braden Smith to his left, fakes the handoff, back to throw, throws a deep slant, caught, 10-yard line down to the 8. Good throw, and Damon Youngblood with the reception. It's 1st and goal after a 17-yard pickup.
Yeah, he was roaming free in the middle of the field. There's just nobody on him.
1st and goal, Melissa, at the Argyle 8. Taylor from the shotgun, fakes the handoff, throws out left, wide receiver screen and making his way to the end zone. That's a touchdown. Luke Fowler with blockers out in front, able to run down the left sideline. Touchdown, Melissa. Their 2nd of the night.
They've had that all night. Here we go with the swing and gate.
See what they do here, maybe going for the 2-point conversion. Colton Whitwer, who is the holder, was expecting the snap. Now he will kneel and they'll set up in the traditional extra point alignment. And they'll have Luke Hansen on to try the extra point. Right-footed kicker. Try to make it a 34-14. Argyle lead. Low kick, and it's partially blocked. No good. Somebody got a big hand up and blocked that. Was that Van Poppel?
His first, if you remember, his first extra point just barely got over the crossbar. I mean, he didn't just kill it, and then that one, he just didn't have much on it. He didn't get it up in the air.
Another play by the special teams of Argyle. Timeout, 9:02 to play. Argyle 34, Melissa 13. You're listening to Argyle Eagle Broadcasting. Cycle Center of Denton and BMW Motorcycles of Denton proudly support Argyle Athletics. Cycle Center is your local family-owned and operated power sports store with the best selection of motorcycles, all-terrain vehicles, and side-by-side fun and work machines. Shop the largest parts and accessories showroom in North Texas and experience a factory-trained service department that will support you with the great service to keep your machine running at its best. Cycle Center wants to thank all the Argyle football fans, coaches, and faculty that make Argyle the best school in Texas. Come see why Cycle Center of Denton is called your power sports store with more.
The team at Noble Classic Homes, your local master home builder and remodeler, has been Argyle's premier home builder since 1998. We can assist you in building your dream home, remodeling, or even storm.
We expected the onside kick from Melissa, and they tried it, and it was turned away. Nice play in the open field. Sutton Lee with the recovery, and that was a pretty good bounce that Luke Hansen or Damon Youngblood got it on the kickoff, but it's recovered at the Argyle 43 with 9:01 left. 34-13 is the Argyle lead.
All right, quick drive summary on that, brought to us by Alex Payne of Yellow Door Storage. 7 plays, 74 yards, a minute 42 off the clock. It seemed like it took longer than that, but only a minute 42.
First down Argyle now from their 43, looking to run clock with a big lead, and they will run the ball. Scoggins tries to work his way off left guard, and there is no gain there. A lot of white jerseys in front of him.
Yeah, so Argyle's either going to have to start getting some serious push on the O-line if they're going to run the ball, or they're going to have to come up with some kind of trickeration here just to keep them from selling out on the run.
Parker Jack making the tackle there for Melissa. 2nd and 10. Play action. Rogers in the pocket. Throwing it deep down the center of the field. There's Kirkpatrick. Leaps in the air. He caught it again. He's running free to the 10. 5. Touchdown Argyle.
That's
another
crazy.
Great catch and run by Cole Kirkpatrick. Are you kidding me on that catch? 57 yards. Touchdown Argyle.
Both players had their hands on the ball. Both players fight for the ball. It gets knocked up in the air, and Cole just grabs it and takes it to the corner of the end zone.
That is something else. And if you single cover him, you got trouble.
Yeah, you do. And, shout out to CJ for seeing him, right? He's found him tonight a bunch when he's had that single coverage.
6 catches, 160 yards tonight. 2 touchdowns for Cole Kirkpatrick. Big rush on the extra point. But Caden Dotson able to put it through. 8:24 left in the game. Argyle breaking it back open. They lead Melissa 41-13. Argyle Eagle Booster Club bringing you another night of Argyle Eagle football.
Rapid Med Urgent Care provides you and your family with personalized, state-of-the-art minor emergency care and primary care. Just up the road at the corner of FM 407 and Chin Chapel Road. This fall, we'll also open a new Argyle location just next to the stadium. Checkups to cuts, broken bones, school vaccinations, sports physicals, and now our all-new telemedicine service, Rapid Med On Demand. No waiting room and direct access to Rapid Med over the web by using your webcam or smartphone. COVID testing available. Extremely proud supporters of our Argyle Eagles.
The team at Noble Classic Homes, your local master home builder and remodeler, has been Argyle's premier home builder since 1998. We can assist you in building your dream home, remodeling, or even storm restoration. Noble Classic Homes has been selected by D Homes as best of the best home builders from 2011 through 2017 and best of Denton County every year since 2015. Visit our new office located at 9998 Hilltop Road in Argyle and check out our award-winning website at nobleclassichomes.com. Let us build the dream your family will call home. Go Eagles!
High kick taken by Damon Youngblood at the 10-yard line. Outside, a spin move out near the 28-yard line. He's going to be down at the 33, and that's where Melissa will operate with 8:17 left. 41-13 is the Argyle lead. Getting 5 turnovers tonight and some big receptions from Cole Kirkpatrick.
All right, so drive summary. This drive summary is brought to you by Bill Utterford. 2 plays, 57 yards, 37 seconds, and it was capped off by a 57-yard touchdown pitch and catch from C.J. Rogers to Cole Kirkpatrick.
Some kind of catch, kind of throw too.
Each one
C.J.
better
gave him a
the other
chance.
one.
Yeah. 1st and 10, Melissa. They're going to run an end around, and the up back is looking to throw it downfield. He's got a man down the right side, but he overthrew him. And they try the trick play. Melissa with a pitch out to Jacob Cusano, and he wasn't able to find his receiver down the right side. And that was the speedster. That was actually Taylor Parker who had circled around and had run downfield.
So the receiver throwing it deep to the quarterback.
Yeah. And now quarterback Parker Taylor in the shotgun on 2nd and 10. And he will hand the ball off. Running out left, Braden Smith trying to get to the corner. Good pursuit. Knocked out of bounds at around the 35. Couple of yards, and that's about it. Strung out well by the Argyle defense. Will Ramsey out there making a wreck. And had some help. Yeah, Cade Moore also setting that edge out there from that corner position.
Yep. Did a good job. That was a big guy coming at him. Cade Moore only goes 165.
3rd and 7. Melissa from the 36. 4-man rush. Taylor pressured, scrambling out right. Diving attempt at his feet. He throws, caught, 40-yard line. Look out, running away. And this is going to be a Melissa touchdown. That's Jacob Cusano who got away and scores 64 yards.
Yeah, great job by Parker Taylor to keep the play alive and running around, and then finally seeing Cusano wide open down the field and hitting him on the run.
Melissa will go for 2. 41-19 is the score with 7:22 left. They feel like this thing's not over yet.
Okay, the coach is way out on the field now.
Trying to talk to his quarterback, Parker Taylor. And they put him back on the field. They'll go for 2. Try to make it 41-21. You know, you kick the extra point, you're still just down 21 here, right?
Yeah, they just want points.
Okay.
And they're going to take a timeout to discuss it.
Well, 4th quarter brought to us by our outstanding sponsorship team, the Design House, Argyle Storage, Cycle Center of Denton, Country Lakes Family Dental, Jerry Whittle Boats, Chick-fil-A on Justin Road. Shout out to Kenny Arthur, who is normally in this seat. Honored to be filling in for Kenny tonight. We're glad that he is feeling better. Argyle Family Chiropractic, Trophy Club Orthodontics, and a sponsor for our post-game show, Remax, the North Texas team. And thanks to them and their sponsorship, post-game show coming up. Argyle trying to hang on here, leading 41-19. Melissa will go for a 2-point conversion with 7:22 left.
And then they got to kick onside again, right? They've already done it once. Why would you not now?
All right, change at quarterback. Sam Finnegan is back in the run this play. And to his right is Ashton Mitchell-Johnson. No, now it's a trick as the tight end is under center, pitches it back, and Finnegan throws into the end zone. 2-pointer. Good as Whitwer has the catch. So they brought the tight end, Novziger, in to take the snap. He lateraled it back to Finnegan, who then threw it into the end zone. That's a pretty slick play, and it works.
Yeah.
Well, it's a 20-point game. I know that much with 7:22 left, and credit to Melissa for hanging in there. And an onside kick we expect coming up after this station identification.
This is Dallas Cowboys sideline reporter Christy Scales, and thanks to all of you for putting up with Clark McNulty on the Eagles sideline right here on Argyle Eagles Booster Club broadcasts.
Well, we have no choice, right? It's George Dunham and Mitch Cullen, along with Blake Jones and Clark down on the sideline. They got to be careful here with this. The hands team is back out there.
So basically what you have here is Melissa has to match what they've scored so far in the game in the last 7:22 to take a 1-point lead.
Crazy things can happen. Yep. Luke Hansen with the onside kick, bouncing, and it's picked up, and this is going to be an Argyle touchdown. Racing down is Ward McCollum, who just caught it and took off before, I believe it got 10 yards. An alert play by McCollum. Touchdown Argyle. Well, that ought to do it with 7:17 left.
Yeah, and that's just That's just so disheartening for Melissa, right? I mean, they do everything, and then they try their onside kick, and then Argyle returns it for a touchdown.
Yeah, it's like a military operation. Sometimes you got to call in the special forces, and they do it again.
Yep.
The hands team. And what a play by Ward McCollum, who just picked it up. And if you ever get that type of recovery, you got nothing but green in front of you.
But now the NFL, you can't return one, right? NFL and college both, you can't?
I believe you can, yeah. You know what, though, Mitch? I think they did change that rule. It used to be you could not advance that.
Yeah.
But you can now.
Yeah,
and boy, did McCollum. There's movement up front. I think Melissa hopped offside, and they will stop it and try the extra point again.
Yeah, why was that dude jumping straight up in the air like that?
Trying to get the block, but he also, I think, went into the neutral zone.
Yards. Repeat the try.
Oh, it's on the offense. Well, the ref mic's working.
I heard it. You know, when you punch that button and turn it on, great things happen.
So the extra point now moved back 5 yards for Caden Dotson. 47-21, Argyle. Try again at the extra point. High snap, placed down, good pressure. The kick is up and good. So we take time out with 7:17 left. 48-21, the Argyle lead. Argyle Eagle Booster Club bringing you another night on homecoming night of Argyle football.
Hey, Eagle fans, are you tired of all the clutter? Do you have a spare room overflowing with decorations? How about a 2 or 3 car garage that you can't even park in? Well, Argyle Storage is the answer. They offer drive-up and climate-controlled self-storage, along with several storage options for the boat and RV customer as well. They're located on 377, close to home on the north side of Argyle. Check them out online at argylestorageco.com. That's argylestorageco.com.
The Real Estate Station, Argyle's first and only privately owned real estate office since 1986, wants to say thank you. We know you have a choice when it comes to trusting a professional to meet all of your real estate needs. We at the Real Estate Station love Argyle, and we are your neighbors. All of our team lives here. We're also members of the Eagle family. We value investing in our community and helping make Argyle great. Speaking of great, we're proud to cheer on our Argyle Eagles, and with everyone's support, they can accomplish anything. We'd love to meet you. Dave and Kathy Salisbury and the Real Estate Station team.
$7:17 to play at Eagle Stadium. Argyle with a huge special teams play again. A return on an onside kick by Ward McCollum, and a very alert play. Now Dotson's kick, bouncing at around the 20. That's a free ball. And the kick coverage team diving after this one at the 24. Pile up. I think Melissa got it back. Boy, they have caused some panic.
Yeah, they were both looking
on that
at
Melissa
each other.
special teams unit.
They're like, you got it? No, I ain't got it. You got it. Yeah, he did.
And there's an injured Melissa Cardinal. That is Ashton Mitchell-Johnson, outstanding player. And he was trying to get to the loose ball and took a big hit by part of the coverage unit for Argyle.
Yeah, and the coverage guys for Argyle, they were coming in hot too, that's for sure. When they see that ball bounce like that, that's when they all just kick it into another gear, and they came flying in.
Big turnovers tonight. Forced by the Argyle defense. Big plays by the special teams. Big plays turned in by the offense. Boy, Cole Kirkpatrick has made a couple of unbelievable catches tonight for touchdowns.
It's amazing. Each one that he makes, you just sit there and you're like, you know, it just gets better.
6 for 160 tonight for Cole. 2 touchdowns. C.J. Rogers, 11 out of 18. 274 yards and 4 touchdowns. 2 in that first half went to Cash Walker, and remember, he had the touchdown run earlier in the game too of 11 yards. So CJ's done it all. A lot of candidates for players of the game.
Yep, and you know what? That whole offensive line could also be a candidate for player of the game, because they've given him, every week is right, because they've given him some great protection tonight.
They're helping Ashton Mitchell-Johnson to his feet. And Hopefully that youngster will be okay. He's a terrific player.
He's ginger walking off there. Look at him, man.
Let's go down to Clark McNulty on the sideline.
Yeah, number 12 was really in an awkward position. He was kind of crouched and bending forward to try and pick up that ball and really got hit head on. And I'll tell you, that's a rough hit. I'm sure he's going to feel it for a couple days.
It's called a folding chair, right?
Folding chair, yes.
So Melissa takes over 1st and 10 from their 24-yard line. Parker Taylor in at quarterback. And back to throw on 1st down. Looking left, chased out of the pocket by Van Poppel. Now takes a hit as he throws low and incomplete down the right sideline.
Oh, they're calling a roughing the passer there right at the end.
Boy, that was late.
It was super late. And you know, when that guy is rolling out of the pocket and he pump fakes you, and then he keeps going.
Roughing the passer, 48 on the defense.
Carson Shaw was the one who was in right at the point where Taylor threw it, and they say too late. There has been a lot of laundry on the field, and that's one thing Todd Rogers is probably not happy about, either with his players or the officiating crew, maybe both. But this one will take it out to the 39-yard line and a 1st down for Melissa. 48-21, Arga. Parker Taylor on 1st down again, throwing up the right seam, incomplete, low throw. And there may have been a mix-up there. Closest one to it was an Eagle. That was Charlie Krzyzak, who was in the area.
Yeah, the receiver never even turned around. He didn't even know the ball had been thrown.
And on 2nd and 10, they'll try to run it. And the draw play sniffed out, won't work. Van Poppel there. Krzyzak also there. Charlie with a nice play. Maybe a yard picked up, 3rd and 9 coming up here.
You think it's 4-down territory?
I would imagine so. Clock down to 6:45, wide receiver screen. Out left, Damon Youngblood with a catch, got a block. Midfield, popped out of bounds. Right near the 1st down marker.
Short.
And now they're signaling 1st down.
What?
That was really close. They were going to mark it at the, didn't they need midfield for a 1st down? They're going to mark it at the 49.
Yeah.
All right. Well, 1st down, Melissa. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Taylor calls for the snap. He's got pressure from behind. He's going to throw deep middle behind the receiver, Whitwer, and incomplete.
Was it behind him or did he not even see it?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
All he saw was that defender coming in.
Oh, I got you.
So it'll go to 2nd and 10 with 6:24 left.
Whitwer's been pretty solid tonight too. He's been one of their better receivers.
Yeah. Caught that 2-point conversion. 2nd and 10 now for Melissa from their 49. Plagued tonight by the turnover. Here's a low throw and a wide receiver screen. Whitwer has this catch and a block down to the 40-yard line. A big hit delivered as he was right along the boundary, right in front of the bench.
Yeah, he shook that one tackler, and when he did, he was kind of off balance. And who was that came in there? It was Dax or Rainey came in there and laid the boom
Rainey
on
with
him.
a big hit. 1st and 10, Melissa at the 40. Whitwer again with a catch at the 35 and wrapped up. Then slung down around the 33-yard line.
Yeah, at least Argyle's learning how to defend that play, right?
Yeah.
These are your youngsters in there, pretty much.
Got some sophomores and juniors in, getting a chance to play here late in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 2 for Melissa. Taylor's under pressure, throws it out left. Whitwer with another catch, but he is dropped right as he caught it. Good coverage by the Eagles. Once again, that's Aaron Funderburk, who had the recovery, we believe, on that block punt earlier in the game.
Yeah, it looked like a little busted play right there. Parker Taylor looked like it was supposed to be that little bubble screen there, and nobody was there, and he had to kind of reload and look for somebody else.
1st down, Melissa at the 30. Awkward snap. Taylor picks it up, now races out right. Throws on the run, caught, and it's down inside the 30-yard line, down to the 22. That is Matthew Sanford with the catch, and a pickup of about 8 yards. Clock moving down near the 5-minute mark, 48-21 Argyle. Melissa looking for a score here late in the game. Taylor back to throw again. Pressured, chased out right. Low throw incomplete at the 20. It'll go to 3rd and 2.
Yeah, and Argyle's doing a pretty good job defending the deeper passes, and then when they start getting that pressure on him, everything just is out the window, and he's just got to run for his life, and that's what he was kind of doing right there.
Reese Mchugh, Riley Van Poppel in at defensive line on 3rd down and 3. It is a running play, and that's a first down. And running away is Braden Smith down inside the 15, inside the 10, finally brought down at the 8.
Just breaking tackles all the way through. That was a great call on 3rd and 3 because I think Argyle was in more of a pass prevent defense.
1st and goal at the 7 for Melissa. And Taylor will throw it out in the right flat. And a receiver breaking one tackle. That's Bryson Neely, now knocked down at around the 6-yard line.
Who held on there, can you tell? Who was that?
I believe that was Jarvis Owens with the tackle there for Argyle. 2nd and goal now from the 5.
He latched on, just didn't let go.
Yeah, good technique in the open field. Taylor now rolling out to his right, throwing near the goal line, low throw, incomplete, trying to hit Jacob Casano. It'll go to 3rd and goal at the 5. 4:13 left in the game. 48-21. Game in hand for Argyle. Trying to finish it out here and go to 5-0 on the season as the number 1 ranked team in Class 4A. And looking for their 56th straight district win as they open district play here. On 3rd and goal from the 5, it's a fake handoff by Taylor trying to escape out right, and he can't. Runs into a crowd at the 3-yard line and is stacked up after a yard picked up.
Yeah, that's going to bring up 4th down and what's that, 4, I guess, 4th and 4, 4th and goal. Love to see a big stop right here. But this is really tough. Puts a lot of pressure on your defense right here.
Van Poppel got in on that stop. Here's 4th and goal now from the 4. Melissa trying to get another score, running up the middle. Smith to the goal line, touchdown. Braden Smith with a run of 4 yards. 27 points on the board now for the Cardinals.
Yeah, and that was just power on power right there, right? They just handed it to him, and he just smashed his way up the middle. I want him to run it out of the swinging gate. If they're never going to do it, why do they line up that way?
I don't know. They did give the look. Now they set up with the extra point look. And Luke Hansen to try to kick it through. 48-27 is the Argyle lead. High snap placed down. Hansen's extra point is good. And maybe another onside kick coming up. Timeout with 3:39 left. You're listening to Argyle Eagle football, thanks to the Argyle Eagle Booster Club.
Hey Argyle folks, want 100% employee pricing on a new set of wheels? Then get to Waxahachie Autoplex today. Owners Wes and Lisa Spence are proud parents of number 78 Blake Spence. So whether you need a new Ford, Dodge, Jeep, or Nissan, you'll find the best selection of new and pre-owned cars and trucks. Wes doesn't play games with the sales staff. In fact, he'll deliver the car and sign the paperwork on your kitchen table. Tell him you heard about it from us. Great selection, service, and price. That's what Waxahachie Autoplex is all about.
Buying or selling a home is likely your greatest investment. Lori Jacobson, broker of DFW Legacy Real Estate Group, believes in making the process easy and simple for your family. Whether you're moving into your forever home in Argyle or a first-time buyer, Lori is dedicated to making sure all of her clients walk away from the transaction satisfied. If you want the best, call Lori Jacobson, D Magazine's best real estate agent in 2019 and 2020. Lori wants to encourage all the Argyle Eagles to leave a legacy on and off the field. Go Eagles.
It was a pop-up kick by Luke Hansen, not an onside kick. Well played by Hayden Stewart. Fair catch called for at the Argyle 33. And now the Eagles just have to make a first down and run out the rest of the clock. 3:38 left here at Eagle Stadium. 48-28 is the Argyle lead here in this 7-4A district opener. Argyle protecting their home field, looking to go to 5-0. This will drop Melissa to 5-1. On 1st and 10 from the 33, it is a play action and a throw down the right side that is incomplete. Ethan DePiro is in now at quarterback, trying to get some work and throwing the ball, stops the clock on the incompletion.
Was his arm hit on that? Or?
It may have been. Yeah, there was some pressure.
Yeah, it's too bad that ball was incomplete because it just stops the clock.
Ethan DePiro getting a chance to work at quarterback now, and the junior will hand the ball off. And this is a running play for just a couple of yards as they work. Peyton Shoemake had some carries in the third quarter as well. No gain on the play. Clock moving down to the 3-minute mark. It'll be under 3 minutes when they snap it. The play clock is still at 25 seconds. It'll be 3rd and 10.
You don't expect them to call timeout here, do you?
Melissa just might. And DePiro will throw on 3rd down. He's going to throw deep down the left side. Attempt made, no flag down, incomplete.
Good throw.
As they tried to air it out down the left side.
Yeah, he made a good throw. He's right on target.
That's Wayne Pritz who went up for it. Tall receiver, sophomore. Almost got it, a basketball player, and it was like a jump ball, and he almost brought it down. Like an alley-oop. 4th and 10, punting unit on the field. Special teams with a big night tonight as Caden Dotson prepares to punt it away. Logan May, the deep snapper. Line of scrimmage, the 33. Rugby right, line drive, skimming up the field, inside the 40.
Oh, it hit
around
him.
The 39, may have hit a Cardinal. And Argyle has recovered. If it hit a Cardinal, it did. Yep. Another recovery for the Special Forces. What a night for the special teams. Lucas Anderson with the recovery.
Yeah, that ball just checked up, and the Melissa guys were blocking and didn't even see it, and it just kind of came back and hit him in the leg. Argyle very aware, saw it, jumped on it. Special teams again.
I know it. Now, I have a lot of bias to those special forces. I know the coordinator pretty well, but they have had a good night.
Yeah, they have, and they'll have a good meeting tomorrow, right?
I imagine so. If you're nice, I could get you a Special Forces T-shirt.
Is that right?
Yeah, they're hard to come by, but I know how to get them.
I thought I was nice.
1st and 10, and it's a running play for Argyle. Shoemake with the carry, and they got knocked down a yard loss.
Let's get Clark a medium-sized one.
And just let him flex on the sideline with it. That'd be great.
Look like baby Huey.
I mean, he's yoked down there. Let's show it off.
2nd and 11, 2:25 left in the game. They'll let the play clock run down a bit. DePiro now flushed out of the pocket. Pump fake. He's going to run 40, 35. Out of bounds to the 32. Pretty good scramble there by the junior quarterback.
Showed a lot of poise, right?
You bet. Getting some valuable time here. A gain of 9 yards, so it sets up 3rd down in about 2. Stops the clock with 2:14 to play.
Like to see this 1st down right here. And I imagine it's 4 down territory, though, either way. So
could be. DePiro now. Set Shoemake to his right. Quick throw onto the right side of the field, and it's caught, and that is a 1st down. That's Ward McCollum who made the huge recovery and return on the onside kick, and here a catch to give Argyle a 1st down at the 28-yard line of Melissa with 1:58 left. DePiro sets the offense down, and he's back again with a quick throw out right. It's McCollum again with blockers out in front. He's able to find a crease and get down to the 19. Now they're going to mark his knee down at the 20.
Okay, so they're snapping it with a lot of time left on the play clock, so Coach Rogers obviously wants to get DePiro some action, or
maybe wants to get over 50.
Yeah. I mean, there's 25 seconds left on it right there.
A pump fake on the wide receiver screen. DePiro in some trouble now, and he'll just throw it down the right sideline and out of bounds with 1:20 to play. Boy, he took a shot, too, right as he threw it.
Yep, and he's okay. He doesn't want to go out. He's having too much fun.
That was a little chippy, was it not? That was a little beyond the boundary, it looked to me like.
I was going to say earlier, all the big calls that have been somewhat controversial were always on the other side of the field.
Yeah. 3rd down 2 now for Argyle. DePiro takes the shotgun snap, throws out to McCollum again. Got away from one tackler, and that is a 1st down to the 15-yard line with 1:12 to play. This offensive set is moving it well here. After getting another turnover.
Timeout.
And a timeout called by Melissa. Well, you know, it's late in the game. You're getting your guys some work, but there may be some hurt feelings on the other side, I think, with all this. Late in the game in a district contest to open it up, a state-ranked team. And oh, by the way, a shout-out to Brandon and Sally Bailey in Oklahoma City. That's the daughter and son-in-law, Gina and Andy Smith, who are next door to us tonight. Andy doing the public address. He and Kenny and Mitch and Blake and Clark do such a great job from week to week. Glad to be with you guys this week filling in for Kenny. Clark has a shout-out, too.
I do have a shout-out. I have a shout-out to a volleyball player. Kylie Joe in San Antonio is tuning in to watch her Uncle Blake play football.
All right.
Okay, so on this play, let's do the double move. Let's pump fake the quick out, and then let's let him go straight to the end zone. If they do that, you know that Coach Rogers is mad about something that's happened in the game, right?
Yeah, there's just
you can take a knee.
There's some rivalry between these two. That's worth saying here.
Hey, Melissa's got a great team. They're going to go deep in the playoffs. There's no doubt about it.
They got a good team. First and 10, Argyle at the 15-yard line. And Shoemake trying to get away outright, knocked down at the 20-yard line. It's going to be a loss of about 5 yards. We'll see if the offense gets back and ready to go again, or if the white flag will be waved.
Yeah, Kenny Arthur says that if Clark won't wear the medium, that he will.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. That'd be a big seller.
Second and 15 now for Argyle at the Melissa 20. Shoemake running left, breaking a tackle down to the 15-yard line, down to the 14-yard line. A good run. And makes it a little more manageable here on third down. It'll be a third down and about 8.
Okay, Clark, so let's do the exact same play, but let's pull it this time, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Pull it. Hit.
You guys have been playing too much Madden.
No. We got to involve the tight end. Just go across the middle of the field. I mean.
Well, we're not even going to run it.
I think that's going to be it. Clock moving down with 10 seconds left. And Argyle will not run another play. But they've run some good ones tonight. And they win their district opener 48-28 over the Melissa Cardinals.
Oh, what are they doing? Look. Oh, that's right. Never mind.
Players will wave across the field. And Argyle will now go down to the band to sing the alma mater. Melissa will head back to their dressing room and back to Melissa. And the 7th ranked team with their first loss of the year. Argyle now number 1 ranked, 5-0. And the streaks continue. 56 straight district wins, 51 regular season games, and taking the first step, trying for 12 straight district titles. Our final tonight, Argyle 48, Melissa 28. Post-game show coming up here from Eagle Stadium on Argyle Eagle Booster Club Broadcasting.
Rapid Med Urgent Care provides you and your family with personalized, state-of-the-art minor emergency care and primary care. Just up the road at the corner of FM 407 and Chin Chapel Road. This fall, we'll also open a new Argyle location just next to the stadium. Checkups to cuts, broken bones, school vaccinations, sports physicals, and now our all-new telemedicine service, Rapid Med On Demand. No waiting room and direct access to Rapid Med over the web by using your webcam or smartphone. COVID testing available. Extremely proud supporters of our Argyle Eagles.
Updating your home is too important to do alone. The Design House of Denton has designers and experts on staff who want to help. Whether it's simply new flooring or having an entire wing of your home remodeled, the Design House has a full spectrum of services for any size idea you have. They care about you and your home both during and after your project. My wife and I know this from personal experience. Now it's time to see for yourself. Go see the friendly staff at their gorgeous showroom located just outside Golden Triangle Mall at 2303 Colorado Boulevard. The Design House of Denton, locally owned and proud members of Argyle Eagle Nation.
Our final tonight from Argyle. Opening game of District 7 4A play. Hey, wow, we got corn dogs being delivered. That's not bad, is it? Corn dogs and hot dogs for everybody. As we go to our CNN Mortgage postgame show, let's get a score update now from Stephen Bartolotta.
Thank you, George. Well, a busy night in high school football all across the area as all classifications are back in action. Let's Get you caught up on some of the scores. Most of these are final. Carthage took care of Pleasant Grove on the road tonight. 35-7 there, victorious. Midlothian Heritage, an easy win over Alvarado this evening, 56-23. Stephenville and Brownwood, very, very long-standing rivalry game. And it's all Yellow Jackets tonight. 59-27. They lead that one late in the fourth quarter in Brownwood. Canyon, the number 6 team in the state, they shut out Levelland tonight, 41-0. And a couple of big rivalry games, really one big one in Denton. Ryan and Geyer. Ryan, the number 1 team in Class 5A Division I. Geyer, the number 5 team in Class 6A. Lived up to the hype, but it's the Ryan Raiders with the win. 23-20 to hang on, and they remain undefeated on the year. And Denton Braswell, they come from behind at Keller and pull out a 1-point victory, 38-37. Those are all the scores we have for you. Back to you, Mr. Dunham.
All right, thank you, Mr. Poppy. Stephen Bartolotta with scores. Our score here tonight, Eagle Stadium in Argyle. Argyle 48, Melissa 28. We now go down to the sideline. Clark McNulty with the Eagles head coach.
I'm here, yeah, Coach Hod. Looks like that was a pretty talented football team you just played. A lot of athletes on the team. Might have given you a little bit of trouble, but you really pulled it out.
Yeah, I believe that our frontline players played really well. We were able to get some quality experience for some of our second and third teamers, and that way they're prepared for the opportunity they're going to get one of these days. And overall, I was pleased. I thought we did some good things in all 3 phases of the game, which were the goals that I talked with Blake about on Wednesday or Tuesday. So I'm pleased. I hope Ty and Jacob are feeling better at some point, but I feel like that it's not season ending, and they might be out in just a couple of weeks. So it's good for everybody.
All right, we're going to walk just a little bit closer.
Okay.
Todd, this is George Dunham upstairs. It's amateur night here tonight, so I'm in the booth with the guys. Congratulations on the win. Does Cole Kirkpatrick just keep giving you plays that just mystify you and think, man, he did it again?
Well, I tell you what, if I was C.J. Rogers, my eyes would have a hard time focusing on anybody else but him. He throw the ball his direction. He does a good job of going and getting it. He's running at a high rate of speed, and the ball gets thrown in front of him, behind him. You just got to give him a chance. And C.J. is a fantastic quarterback, and he really puts himself in good positions for Cole to catch footballs.
Terrific effort all the way around. You mentioned all 3 phases. We're about to talk to some of your special teams players. Did you think you had an opportunity to get some big plays in special teams tonight?
Yeah, Coach Dunham and I talked about that on Sunday, and we were looking for just an opportunity to actually do some stuff on our punt team too. And we wanted to give a good, secure look and make sure it was, and we kept manufacturing first downs. But we were trying to hash down the sidelines about looking for more opportunities to even exploit them in other aspects as well. But our hands team did well. Our kick team, we got to work on getting a few more kicks in the right places. But that's all part of practice.
Well, as far as who wears it better, I'm going to give you a slight advantage over Andy Reid in the face shield. Congratulations on the win.
All right. Thank you very much.
That's Todd Rogers along with Clark McNulty from the sideline. Argyle wins it tonight over Melissa 48-28, and you always hear coaches say that about all 3 phases.
Yeah.
And you tried in a game that you know is going to be tough. You hope that it goes your way in all 3 phases, and it certainly did for Argyle tonight.
Well, a bunch of the games that Argyle plays, some of these teams, there's one phase that they just don't do well at all, and that's special teams, right? And that's where Argyle sometimes gets a big advantage on their opponents.
All right, Clark McNulty with one of our players of the game, the Waxahachie Autoplex players of the game, and there's a lot of heroes tonight, Clark, for this Eagles team.
Absolutely, and we talk about this all the time. Well, we could probably pick C.J. Rogers as the player of the game almost every game, yet we've never talked other than in your living room, actually. Want to give us the stats for C.J. Rogers today?
4 touchdown passes, we know that much, over 260 yards, and some terrific throws downfield, and especially with those throws to Cole. What did you see there, C.J.?
Whenever you have a player like Cole, you can just throw it up and let him go make plays.
Yeah, and single coverage too. When you see him singled up, you almost know you have an opportunity there, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Where if they jump off sides, you immediately look to go long. And you did that a couple times today. One of them turned out not to be a freeze play, but is that kind of your go-to play when they jump off?
If I see a flag, which I don't know what was going through my head on that one play, but just either Cole, Stu, or Cash, they go deep and I just throw it up.
Well,
Clark's getting Larry Bud Melman down there right now with the microphone.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's cutting out on you a little bit. Yeah, now try it again. As the Argyle Eagle Band plays in the background.
Clark McNulty, folks.
Yes. So, hey, senior year, first chance to get out here and get some film on you. How's it looking for your future?
It's good. But making some new relationships and some coaches and learning more about some schools.
It's our 6'2", 205-pound quarterback, C.J. Rogers, with another excellent game. 4 touchdowns in the air, 1 with your left.
All right, our microphone betraying us down there. Numbers on C.J. Rogers, 11 out of 18, 274, 4 touchdowns, and as Clark mentioned, the touchdown run as well to go along with the 4 touchdown throws. All right, there you go. I think you're good there. All right, let's bring in some of those special teams heroes. Who you got there?
I got Will Ramsey. Will, we call your name so much on defense and everything. How did it feel to get back there and block that punt?
Oh, man, it's awesome. But it all starts with Coach Dunham. He's a mastermind behind the punt blocks. He always has been. It's kind of his specialty. And it starts with the front line. They got to do their job, and everyone blocks down on them, causing a free lane for me to block the punt.
It's basically just a team effort, but you're the one that gets the name called out.
Yeah, that's what it is. I get the glory.
It looks like you're really bummed out about that. You're the special teams as a unit. I mean, you guys really came up big. You had a recovery. You had blocked extra point, which was Madry, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Michael Madry. It's just got to be fun to be part of that because, as you like to call yourselves the special forces, really can make an impact in a game, but I don't think I've ever seen the Argyle special teams make as big an impact as tonight. How much time do you guys spend on with Coach Blake on that?
We probably spend around 30 minutes a day just in practice. We do punt team right after defensive team, and then we go either kick return or punt return. It works out because all his plays, he has some good plays.
Hey, is it true that you guys think that he's a genius?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Is there a chance the song Super Freak may be played in the locker room tonight?
Yeah, there's a good chance with Coach Dunham dancing to it.
See, we need video.
Cell phone video.
Well, congratulations. Excellent job both defensively and on special teams. Congratulations.
There's Will Ramsey, who got the block punt. And what a big play that was to help stave off a Melissa run in the second half. And now here's a youngster with Clark who made a really heads-up play on an onside kick. You don't see this very often, Clark, and what happened?
I do not. I don't think I've ever seen it at the high school level. Ward, what was going through you? Perfect bounce?
I knew they were coming back over on the onside kick. I knew it was kind of it's one of those in the middle ones where it's going just about 10 yards, so I knew I was going to go get it. And I saw nobody was there, and I just took off with it.
I'll tell you. Well, you made it sound really simple. It looked really, really good. And then, hey, you made a couple plays on the offense. You getting some time in it, wide receiver. How does it feel to know that you're part of a special team squad? And are you on kick return and kickoff as well?
It's hands team.
Oh, you're a half-timer. Oh, that's all right, though. You still got your player of the game. That was an excellent play. Do you guys have anything for Mr. McCullough?
Yeah, when you have that opportunity, the hands team, obviously the first job, let's get the ball and make sure, but you just couldn't turn that down, I don't imagine,
no,
with all that green in front of you.
Yes, sir. Could not turn that one down.
Did you feel like that was the fastest you'd ever run in your entire life?
I felt like I was going pretty fast. I don't know if I was, though.
That looked pretty fast from up here.
Thank you.
You might have beaten me in a foot race.
Thank you.
Well, I'll tell you what, I saw the look on your face when you came off the field, and I can only imagine that the look on your face when you saw green grass in front of you was kind of like me at an all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet, but you really capitalized on that. Congratulations.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Back
Clark.
up to you guys.
All right, thank you, Clark. Great job, Ward McCollum. The heads-up play on the onside kick, return for a touchdown, just one of the many big plays made by the special forces tonight, the special teams for the Argyle Eagles. We got some numbers from the game.
Yeah, let me run down the Argyle stats. You mentioned C.J. Rogers. He finished 11 of 18, 274 yards passing, 4 touchdowns on the night, and that 1 interception, which I believe he talked about when the mic cut out, but he thought he had the offsides call, so I don't know if we're going to count that in the book or not. He also ran it a few times, 5 times on the ground for C.J., one of those for an 11-yard touchdown there in the first half. Knox Scoggins, 15 carries tonight, 43 yards. Braden Baker, though, 14 carries, 79 yards, the lone touchdown out of the running back committee. Peyton Shoemake came in, ran it 8 times for 7 yards. Ethan DePere also ran it 1 time for 9 yards. Receiving, Cole Kirkpatrick, 6 catches, 160 yards for 2 touchdowns. Cash Walker, also 2 touchdowns on his 2 lone receptions for 73 yards. Jasper Lott with a catch in the first and the second half, 2 for 27 for the TCU commit. And Ward McCullum, our special teams player of the game, 2 catches for 9 yards. George?
Defense forces turnovers. Offense comes up with some big plays, and the special teams come up with some big plays of their own. All the way around, a great performance against a good Melissa team. I think you're right, Mitch. This team will be a playoff team and one to contend with. But tonight, Argyle victorious 48-28. Next up, a trip to Anna as the Eagles now go to 5-0.
Yeah, and it's the Coyotes next week, right? So Argyle should, at this point, I think you got to battle yourself a little bit more in these games than you do your opponent, because Argyle's going to have to really focus, because the opponents that are coming up maybe aren't as strong as what they've played so far. And so they're going to really have to focus on what they do as a team and focus on themselves to get through the next couple of games.
Well, a big win for Argyle tonight. Last year they beat Melissa 70-48. This year 48-28 is your final as the Eagles, number 1 ranked in the state, stay unbeaten. Thanks to our crew tonight, Clark McNulty on the sideline, to Blake Jones, our producer, engineer, and host of the pregame and the halftime and the postgame as well. Blake does so many different things to get these games both on the air for you to watch or listen to. Mitch enjoyed it, and I know we all send our best wishes to Kenny Arthur, and glad that he's feeling better, and imagine he will be back with you next week. It was great to fill in tonight. Always great to see the team play and to be a part of this broadcast team that's so fun to listen to every Friday.
Yeah, it's always fun, and appreciate you sitting in. We'll take a vote, see if, with the inner circle, and see if you'll be let in for another game maybe.
Well, I don't know. I'd get the pro back in here next week and get him going. Kenny, hope you're feeling better. Good to be here tonight, though. For Mitch Cullen, I'm George Dunham. Thanks for tuning in to us tonight. Once again, our final score, Argyle 48, Melissa 28. Thanks for being with us, and good night from Eagle Stadium in Argyle, Texas.
Good night.